Hello everybody, sorry for the technical difficulties. I went to grab up the live that I'd already scheduled and the computer said no, literally. Oh, let me just shut my door a moment, something was in the way. There we go. Right, let's check the chat. Welcome Rainbow Kittens, welcome Adele, welcome Dawn, welcome Kimberlyn. Welcome Angie, welcome Mandy and Dawn, welcome Hues of Calm. What is your name, Hues of Calm, so I know what to call you properly? Yeah, welcome in everyone and a happy new year. It is just gone 7:30 in the UK. Anyone watching from Australia, New Zealand, you're already in the new year. How's it looking? Any better? Hi Erica, welcome in. So I thought, because this will be my final page of the year, I thought I would finish off this whip and then I actually achieved my goal of getting this one done, and then I've only got 12 of these left, one a month for next year. So work on completing this book. I haven't got as far as picking pencils yet because of the technical difficulties. User Calm is Anna. Thank you, Anna. Welcome, Anna. Hiya, KP. Just dropping in to wish you all a happy new year. You got to run, but wish you all a lovely, festive and safe evening. Yes, you too, KP. Take care. Have a lovely, lovely day and lovely evening. Right, what pencils do I want to use? I'm kind of thinking Artex. I tend to go towards the Artex in this book because they've got some quite nice purples here. In fact, let me put a bit of scrap paper here. Let me grab the Tombos I used to base. Right, what Tombos did I use to base? Where's my switch chart? It's in here because I reorganised this earlier, some days ago. Oh, maybe it's not in there. I think it was these though. No, it was this one and this one, because for some reason my Tombos went all brittle and started snapping at the top. Quite a few of mine have done this, so I don't know why that's happened. I think it was these three that I used. Yeah, that was my lightest. And it went that one. Yeah. Yeah, that was it. So if you're interested, I used the Tombos 620, 623 and 603. Hiya Lucy, welcome. And hiya Nikki, welcome in. Right, so I'm going to grab out some purple pencils. Let's grab Wisteria. I'm thinking Parma Violet, Ultramarine Violet, Imperial Violet. And then I might potentially grab out some of the Brute Funa macarons as well. Actually, they don't really have many light purples, so maybe I'll grab out some Harmonious pencils. Well, I'll test these to see how they do to start with. Oh, I just heard a fireworks go off. My hashtags video is super helpful. I'm glad, Kimberlyn. Thank you for saying that. Yeah, I spent a little time sort of collating them. So that's good for that darkest one. That's Imperial Violet. Yeah, I've got them all written down in a little book now, so I can track them rather than. So I wasn't sure if or how I wanted to put them in. So I got all the yearly ones, and then each hashtag has a page and I can write the prompts and add to it there, because I wasn't sure if I wanted to put it in my journal or not, so I thought I'll just leave it there. Right, what's this one? Ultramarine Violet. That's quite good. I think it's that light one I need a... The wisteria on top of it isn't too bad. I might grab out best kind of evening. Going out is so last year, literally. So Lucy, I think I just read and thought of a bunch of names all at once then. Got the full Tombow markers, water-based with the container. Nice. It's cold and snowy. I hope it reduces the number of fireworks. Well, you'll see. Ooh, smart. I'm being smart. Oh dear, what's wrong with me? I must have missed the hashtag video. Lucy, I literally uploaded it an hour and a half ago maybe. It wasn't... It's a new video I did today. I went through and found a bunch of hashtags. It's not the most exhaustive list, because I tried looking on Instagram, I tried like colouring hashtags, hashtag, colouring, colour along, all these like buzzwords, and not kind of the same things just kept popping up. Hi Paulina, welcome in. Lovely to see you. Right, I think Sweet Lilac. Be interesting to test these pencils out in this book as well. Purple Dusk. But this light purple. Oh yeah, that's better. I'm gonna have these swatched next to me. It's my little cheat sheet. Otherwise I do have a tendency to get confused over what pencil combos are for what. So that's Purple Dusk and Sweet Lilac from the Castle Arts. Internet is too big for exhaustive lists, yeah. I kept checking in on like Passionista, Colorista, Noma Colouring, but they hadn't done their collations yet, which is fair enough. Because often they... I think Noma Colouring has actually taken a break, but Passionista hasn't done hers yet. What am I looking for now? The middle purple was good for this. Yeah. I'll add it to my watch list later. That list is growing. I love having my fiance off over Christmas, but I miss watching videos on the TV. See, I never watch videos on the TV. I find it quite daunting that people watch me on TV, but quite a large percentage of people do. Ultramarine Violet. And Parma Violet. Artex, Castle Art. And then let's see if there's something I can blend this one with. All a bit more muted. Because this is Imperial Violet, which is a bit more of a bluey tone violet. Maybe Nightshade. Don't usually watch lives or colour-alongs on TV because I'm at my desk colouring. I watch almost all other videos on TV, fair enough. Good afternoon, Happy New Year's Eve. Happy New Year's Eve to you too, Millie. Welcome in. I still haven't watched the video and had to choose between watching it or charging my headphones for the stream. Fair enough, Adele. I mean, it's not going anywhere. And you got a new console to add into my gaming collection yesterday. And then you got the Switch 2. Wow. Well, technically my mum got it for me. Belated birthday money and Christmas money. Wow, I hope you enjoy playing on that, Angie. That's some lovely presents. The notifications just come through. There we go. I don't like that. I don't like that nightshade with it. Might just keep it as the one more. Or use like ultramarine from the middle combo. Yeah, that'll do. You're getting yours with taxes. Nice rainbow kitten. Yeah, I never watch. The only things I watch on TV are programs with my parents whilst I have my tea. But yeah, all YouTubers on my tablet. There we go. Right, colours sorted. That away. My TV plays Fireplace all the time, videos on iPad always, or you're going for the nice cosy vibes there, Nana. Hiya Jeanette, welcome in, just eating dinner, now I relax. Me too. I've also got a little tipple here. Nothing crazy, it's just a rosé spritzer. Right, let's get these sharp. Hiya Sam, welcome in, hope you're doing well. What's everyone working on? Kimberly's finishing Colour Me Capybaras and finishing journal setup. Oh, I really need to do some journal setup tomorrow. Cozy is my middle name, love that. Yeah, I still haven't done any January setup yet, so I need to go through that, do all my plans, answer some questions for the colouring year in review tag, colour a couple of pages, but today I just wanted to get those pages that I had planned to finish today finished. I had a kind of priority list. Now I've only got a few more Christmassy themed pages or outstanding pages from December left for, because I'm still classing up to 12th night as Christmas, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Christmassy, 6 Christmassy pages, and then I've got another one. I've got to do another secret invitation page. So I should be able to finish that by the weekend, which would be good. I mean, a couple of them are alcohol markers. One of them I've started, one of them hasn't been started. That might take a while. I play videos on my iPhone unless I colour along. Those are always on my iPad. Fair enough, Erica. I'll be starting on the alcohol after dinner. Nice. Jeanette's on fizzy fruit juice. Lovely. Mandy's going to be colouring his secret garden. Love that. I just posted my last pick of the year to my Insta, and now I don't know which whip to work on. Yeah, it's like once you sort of like get through the last few pages you want to do, now then you go, oh, what next? Loving how your page's coming along here though. Thank you, Millie. Angie's working on a clown page in Silent Fright. Nice. Michelle's trying to colour in Maria Troll's Christmas book, but my kitten is having none of it. She's wanting attention, lol. Bless. I'm watching my King... You're swatching your King Art Gel sticks. So far you love them. Nice. How do I tackle the tarot book? A lot of these, my major arcana pages, apart from this one, I did use a bit of alcohol marker there. I like to base these with water-based markers. I just like the flat, bold colour they give. And they do apply quite smoothly. Like that background is just a water-based marker. That's a Tombow. And apart from this here, which I don't think is even picking up on camera, but there's literally no streaks. It applied really smoothly, but it does bleed through. Not by much, but enough that it's annoying. The Hermit bled through really badly, those purples. So I tend to do that and then go over the top with pencils, and then for the minor ones at the back I just use pencils on. It's not the smoothest of applications, you can't get the smoothest of blends, but you learn what pencils work, what don't. These were Black Widows. Black Widows work well. That was Black Widows as well. Arteza, that works well as well. These are all Black Widows. I've done quite a few with Artex as well. That was Black Widows. These are all Artex. But yeah, you can hear how thin the paper is. It's kind of like Amazon quality paper, really. It's just nothing. It's a little bit smoother than Amazon quality paper. But yeah, it is a struggle. That was Artex. That turned out nice and smooth. This was Brute Funa Squares. It's the only one I've used Brute Funa Squares on. This was Arteza. Yeah, Arteza, Black Widows, Artex are my favourites in here. Prismacolors do okay as well, but I don't know why, I just don't reach for them. That page was Prismacolors. That turned out nice. I just don't like the finish of them in here. Polychromos are the only one where I'm like, no. That was Polychromos, and it's so grainy, which sometimes I don't mind. But for this book, I want that kind of flat, smooth colour. I don't want it to look grainy. And they just did not layer, they did not blend at all. Oh, I was like, what's that? It's Timu. Oh. Watching, swatching. Yeah, I got you, Jeanette. Yes, I am good, Sam. Thank you very much. I've got a day off tomorrow, so doing great. Lucy's going to set my planner up tomorrow. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I might... Yeah, because otherwise I've got nowhere to record down if I colour any pages. That'll be my job tomorrow. Does anyone know how to resurrect a Languo 0.6mm gel pen? I've one that's run dry. Have you tried the shoving blue tack in the end trick? Where literally you just get a bit of blue tack, plug the hole at the end, and it does help it run quite smoothly. That's the only thing I can suggest. Oh, I've got a load of pens falling now. I know exactly what I want to work and don't want to finish this page, but it's so close to being done. Really want to colour the fireworks page in Beauty Burnham's Hidden Seasons. Oh, that's such a fun page. With the black background. Yeah, I know that one. Jeanette's still working through small victories. Amanda is colouring Sailor Cat in Pop Manga Catitude. Cute. So we start in Major Arcana. I've never coloured in Lulu Mayo. It's my first book. Mandy, you start wherever you like. For me, with these, I started with the front and worked through them. You don't have to. This is just what I've done personally. And then for the minor ones at the back, they've all been buddy colours so far. And I've just been doing these, picking them as I go. But yeah, I'll need a lot of buddy colours to help me finish this book off. I think I'll go watch a movie with my husband. So have a cosy evening, everyone, and Happy New Year. Take care, Adele. Happy New Year to you too. What about coloured pencils? I don't have them, so I cannot comment on them. This book is a pain as far as the paper goes. All Lulu Mayo books are not the same as far as paper. Yeah, this is the worst. This paper sucks. Lulu's House of Wonder, the paper is amazing. And the fact that it's single-sided as well helps. And then I've heard people in America don't really like the normal Lulu Mayo paper, which is like the A Million series, but I get on with it quite well. You've got the tarot book. Tap the tip lightly. Suggestion for the... Not yet tried the blue tack. Will a kneadable eraser work? Yeah, just something to plug the end of it. And sometimes if it's not flowing for me, I'll unplug it, plug it back in, and then it will kind of... It's like it releases pressure, and I don't know the science of it, but it just works. It really does. You've resurrected a few by wetting the tip and scribbling on a piece of paper for a long time, but that only helps if the tip's dried instead of the whole ink. Yeah, that makes sense, Adele. Do you know about my prompts? I do a Lulu May scavenger hunt each month. Be right back. No worries, Dawn. You can start by choosing a page of one of the prompts for January. Yes. Oh, that reminds me, I do need to put that post up on my Instagram. It's in the hashtags video. I need to go through and do all the posts. I might do that once stream's finished. I don't want to be shading like this. I want it to be lightest on the top edge and darkest at the bottom. Yeah, so my prompts for January are whale, drum. Oh my god, I'm testing myself. I'm not looking at chat, don't tell me. It's whale, drum, panda and snow globe. So my idea for this year is to try and do 2 new prompts that I haven't done before. And that will be 1 animal, 1 object. Have 1 that is reused, but use it for a different month. And then 1 which is a bit more obscure, a bit more rare, hard to find, which is a snow globe for this month. Because I've had it in the past where I'm like, oh, I like this, but it only appears in like 1 book, so I don't put it in. Because I was thinking of reducing it to 3 prompts, but I thought, no, let's do this kind of like more unique one. Because I know there's a snow globe in Lulu's House of Wonder, and I'm pretty sure there's one in A Million Baby Animals. I'm pretty sure there's at least 2. Which, like, yeah, is obscure, but it's a cute prompt. I feel like there might be another page that's got a load of clutter on it and there's like a snow globe on a shelf. I feel like that probably is something that Lulu's done. You just watched the hashtag video, nice. Sam, yeah, it's the most recent video I uploaded a couple of hours ago. Oh, don't know if you can hear that in the background. No, I can't see it. I thought I saw a thanks for that whale prompt. Well, yeah, often I will pick prompts from this book, but the trouble is I've done a lot of the things, like the recurring objects in this book. I might have to do sword, coin, wand, cup. Do that as a prompt each. But yeah, Kimberlyn and I had this one planned for December to fit the prompt seal, and now the new prompt is whale because we're not getting to it till January. So yeah, sometimes I'll do that. I'll be like, oh, I wanted to do this page. I think it was temperance. I know Jana wanted to get this page done, and it fitted for 5 prompts, like 3 months in a row, because I did fish, bubble, ice, no, not ice, otter, cherry and citrus fruit. So this, she kept putting it off to the next month and the next month. You must have all Lulu May books. I only have, nope, any combination of books, just the prompts from a Lulu May book. Doesn't have to be from all of them. Yeah, it's so that even if you have one book or you have all the books, you should be able to find something with the prompts. You may not be able to find all of them in the book that you have, but you'll at least be able to find some. We'll give it a try. No problem, Anna. I just find sometimes the hardest part of colouring is picking the page. So if you've got something to hunt for, one, it's like an extra added joy for me. I like looking through my books and sort of getting inspired, and it can encourage you to pick up books that you haven't touched in a while, because that's what I want to do. I want to do a few prompts from this book, you know, to encourage me to complete it next year, but then at least one from another book that I have, and try and rotate through them a bit more. That's the goal, at least. Because yeah, I've got Lulu's House of Wonder as a budget colour planned already. I think there's drums in every book. Yeah, drums. Lulu Mayo loves a little random musical instrument. Drums, horns, guitars, like violins. So many little instruments. I think it was either the first or second month of my hashtag I did musical instrument as a prompt, you know, nice and generic. So this year you'll be seeing a lot more of those more specific instruments, because there's a lot of them that appear throughout her books. But yeah, you find a cat, a bunny, some kind of bear in every book. What else does she include a lot of? She loves a mountain. She loves a mountain. Lucy's got to go, baby duty, no worries. A ghost, yes, she loves a little cheeky ghost. Although, I don't think there's any ghosts in this book. Because when I did ghost as a prompt in October, I looked through in this book, because I always start off in this book when looking for my pages. Couldn't find any. Yeah, she loves a ghost, a little like alien monster dude. There's usually a llama somewhere in a book. There aren't, I don't think. Yeah, she loves a unicorn or a pegasus or a llama going over a rainbow. Oh yeah. She likes putting a horn on creatures as well. Bunnies and rowboats, yes. In fact, I know there's one coming up. Ta-da! There's one. I'm sure there's more. Come on, don't let me down now. Not there. I know there's some. Yep, here. There's two pages of bunnies in boats. Boats is another good one. She loves a boat. She loves a boat. Hi Trinu, Happy New Year. Hope you're doing well. Every other colouring I'm doing, I'm working through wonderful wildflowers in order. The alternate ones will be joining in something like this. Oh, that's nice, Jeanette. I love that. Yeah, she loves a wave. And like, whenever she does water, it is water, like half the page is water. Clouds, little clouds with eyes pop up a lot as well. Yeah, I'm looking forward to, I really do hope I finish this book next year. I am very hopeful, because I've got to do one of these big pages. First kind of half of the year I've got to do 2 of the larger minor arcana pages, and then 1 of the others. So it's kind of like 1 from each section. For the few months having 2 of the, and by the larger cards I mean the ones like this. So these are the larger ones, and then those are the small ones. These take barely any time at all. And often when I colour one, I want to colour the other. Yeah, thing is, like, I'm not going to beat myself up if I don't complete it, but I did start off this year going, oh, I'll try and complete 50 mythical miniatures. I don't think I will, but I'll have it on my focus list. And then I ended up finishing it not only by the end of the year, but halfway through October. So could always, I don't know, dedicate November or something like that. I've only got a handful of pages left, just knock them all out in 1 month. This definitely takes a lot more time commitment than the Camila Angel Cova book that I've completed, the 50 mythical miniatures. I didn't colour that bit. Once you get close, you're going to roll. Exactly. You're planning out to go out and celebrate New Year too? No. Just colouring. I've actually never gone out on New Year's. Never. New Year's has always been family time for me. Because my grandpa, his birthday used to be on New Year's Day. So as kids we would always go to my grandma and grandpa's house, and we'd have our second Christmas with them and then celebrate the New Year / his birthday together with him. Now, since he died, it was about 15 years ago now. Yeah. I think it was 2010 or 11, something like that. I still like to spend that time with my grandma, you know, keep her company. But we're not seeing her on New Year's Eve all day this year. Usually either we go to hers or she comes to ours, but she's got a friend staying with her at the moment. So we're going to her on Sunday instead. Seeing her then. Do our second Christmas exchange. Re the Langlo. Tried both the eraser and wetting the nib procedures. Neither worked. With that said, I can't actually see the nib, which should be bright pink. All I see is metal. Yeah. Erica, it should... I don't know if it'll show up on camera. Clean the tip. It may unfortunately, Erica, be that you've got a dead one. It's annoying when you can see the ink still left in it and it just will not work. Yeah, so can you see that? Not really. And then if I plug the end, it kind of shoots out. Not shoots out, but comes out. Yeah, I don't think you can see it. But it kind of like, you can see the sort of like bubble of ink at the end. I usually get together with the family on New Year's Day for the Rose Bowl. What is the Rose Bowl? Sorry, what is that? Gel pens can do that on you, no matter the expense. I had a white jelly roll that was DOA once, dead on arrival. Yeah, often I get it with, like, say the Uniball Signo, you can still see ink left, but it just, you scribble, 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 you scribble for miles, it feels like, and the ink just won't happen anymore. I think I've got, yeah, this silver. Oh, to be fair, that silver is dead. I have a real thing about not binning my supplies, I just keep them. Dawn's back, welcome back. Right, did I finish all these dark purple bits? Yes, I did. No, I didn't. It's College American Football Championship. Right, that'll be why I haven't heard of it. I went out for New Year's once in London. We were staying in a hotel right by the ice, so why not? That was an experience. You know what? I've always said this. I would actually like to go to South Bank New Year's Eve, like just for the experience. Like, yes, it's crazy busy, but everyone's happy, everyone's having a good time. Watch the fire, like, it... I'd probably only ever want to do it once. I may even hate it whilst I'm there, but I would like to do it. You understand? Family is very important. Yeah, exactly, Trini. I'd like to go to Edinburgh at least once on New Year's Eve. I'm not really familiar with the celebrations in Edinburgh, but I'm sure it's big as well. Weirdly, I was just watching a video about the London Eye and how, like, the story of it, how and why it was created, and it was just a couple of people who entered a competition for a new London landmark, like temporary one to celebrate the millennia. They submitted this. Nobody won this competition because they didn't think any of the entries were good enough, but they managed to get the funding and build the London Eye anyway. Then it became so iconic that they've kind of just kept it there. Big street party, fun. Used to go out every year, but mental health issues mean the thought of it scares me now. That's fair enough, Michelle. And you kind of get to a point in your life where you're like, going out, it becomes less fun. Love to go on the London Eye again. Yeah, I've only done it once, and that was, I think, like one of the first times I ever went to London when I was like 11, something like that. There's a lot of the classic tourist attractions I haven't done since I was a child, when I would go to... We did a London trip once a year for about 3 years, so we did almost all the touristy things then as a family. We'd spend just 2 days. We'd literally have everything we needed in a backpack and carry that around London. Stay at a cheap Premier Inn on the outskirts. My brother went to Times Square once. I could never. Oh, for New Year's, that I can imagine that's probably one of the craziest ones. Today I'm not colouring. I'm gonna relax and enjoy your video live. No worries, Trini. Hope I help to just help you chill out a bit on this New Year's Eve night. I'm an American where we've pretty much outlawed smoking. The smoke was getting to me. Of course, that was right after we saw Tom Holland, aka Spider-Man, and Billy Elliot. Oh, honestly, that sounds amazing. The idea that the amount of people that watched Tom Holland and Billy Elliot when he was there, and to then be like, oh my gosh, that kid that we saw on a stage is now Spider-Man? Like, crazy. Crazy. I've only been on it once too, but it's the only big wheel I can get on. Yeah, I think for It's so slow, like you can't even really feel the movement though. You got snow there, Dawn, have you? I thought it snowed last night. Because when I went into the bathroom, all I could see, because we got frosted windows obviously in the bathroom, all I could see outside was white, and I was like, oh my gosh, has it snowed? No, it was just that frosty. And we've got a playing field behind our house, so the whole field was just covered in frost. Part that blows my mind is the level of security that has to happen for New Year's Eve in Times Square. Ooh, like what? Like you'd have at Disney, going through like bag check and metal detectors. Like, how do they even manage that? And also, how sad is it that we live in a society where that has to happen? Sometimes you like watching it snowing. I like watching it from afar. Don't necessarily like being out in it. Not at all. I am not a snow fan, no. I think especially as I drive, makes me hate the snow more. Because I think, oh god, I don't want to drive in the snow, that's scary. Does anybody know what next year's trend colour is for what clothes to wear? I think I saw the Pantone colour of the year is like white. It's something really boring. I don't know the exact shade, but it's generally just like an off-white shade. But I don't know about clothing colour trends. You were in New York City last year between Christmas and New Year, flex back New Year's Eve, the stage and some rehearsals though. Nice. Hoping to start colouring again, but I'm scared of colouring in some books as not a pencil person. You just got to colour what brings you joy, Sam. Try not to look at yourself compared to others. Oh, bomb detection units. Scary. Far more security at Times Square than even in Vatican City at Christmas for the Pope's address. Wow. Autocorrect is funny. But I think you got I was like, yeah, I got the gist of you there, Anna. Helicopters and drones, oh my gosh. Got drones in London, but they're for the lights. They're doing a show. So is it in New York, at Times Square, where the ball drops? I know that's a big thing for Americans, like watching the ball drop. Is that in Times Square? Yes, there we go. Surveillance drones. Is London... Yeah, London has fireworks, yes. London has huge firework display on the Thames River by where the London Eye and the Houses of Parliament is. That's where their big display is. Determined to colour more in my Japanese and colouring and Korean books this year. Me too, Michelle. I've got a goal to colour in all of them. And there's a hashtag to help for that. It's the colouring Japanese Korean 2026 tag or something like that. It's a scavenger hunt. Sounds about right. The company I work for was headquartered in Times Square. I like to try to spot their logo during the presentation. It is. So yeah, that is where the ball drops. So that's why that's the busiest central hub for New Year's celebration. So how does it work in the US then for watching New Year's celebrations? Because it's split into 3 time zones. So is there a different New Year's programme for those different times? Is only one of them live, like the one in New York? Is that the only one that's actually live and the rest you're watching delayed or early? Something I've never really thought about. Yes, the ball is above Times Square. I could... Oh, I missed it. No, go. I scrolled and now I've lost where I am. You could look down at it from the office. Nice, Erica. Hi, Anastasia. Welcome in. We went down to the fireworks in London for a few years before we had the children. Ooh, fun, Jeanette. I have an April page picked out as a possibility this month. I'm intimidated by that sketchy line work. It is intimidating, but you just got to go for it. And often the sketchy line work works in the colourist favour because it makes the kind of lines fade into the background in a way. Right, I'm going to do the light ones next. Hi Arabia, thought you'd be out for New Year's Eve. Nope, in colouring. And hi Joe, Happy New Year all. You're whizzing along the motorway, being forced to socialise with family. Can't hear you, but I wish you all a lovely night. How funny you are colouring the hermit if I had my way. Hi Joe, I'm waving to you. Not that you can hear me, but that's you, Joe. Ball drops at 9 PM if you live in California. Love that. That's also where all the Broadway theatres are. Yes. It's aired live across the country. So it's just the one programme, which is feels kind of, I don't know, silly. The whole point is to be like, you're counting down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year, everyone, and you're watching it at a different time. How was my Christmas? It was lovely, thank you, Arabia. I was working Christmas morning, but I finished... what time did I finish? It was about 1 o'clock-ish. Feel cozied up in bed. Bliss. I've done a fair share of colouring today and ordered some colour by number books. Ooh, which books, Arabia? I've actually barely done any colour by numbers this month. There were a couple that I wanted to get finished, but I was prioritising my other plans, like my buddy colours, etc. But I think I will bring them to my grandma's when I go on Sunday. It's a good, easy one to do, just on your lap. You don't have to think too hard. Still socialise, whatnot. Sometimes the local affiliate will broadcast it twice, once live, great for parents with young kids, and once on delay for the adults. I don't know how long they stay on air. I live in the Eastern time zone, so I've never had to think about it. Yeah. Something I've never really thought about until just then. think one goal in 2026 will be to finish 6 colouring books. Ooh, which one's Anastasia? I have a goal of 4 books, but now I'm thinking 5. Because of Colouring the Year by Sugar Sweet. I'd really like to try and finish that. Ooh, missed a bit here. Yeah, I want to do a full calendar spread in my journal for 2026, where for each of the days featured in Colouring the Year, I put that on the calendar so I can keep track. Part of a group as well, which I'm sure will help me keep on top of things with that. I now live in the mountain time zone, but spent most of my life in California. The Arcturus one, 4 on their way, and then placed another order for 4 more this afternoon. Ooh, lovely Arabia. Love Ferrero Rocher chocolate, it's so good. I'm not a nut fan, so I've never actually tried it because I don't think I will like it that much. And they're not the cheapest of chocolates, so I'd rather other people eat them than me try it and be like, man, no. It's got a massive nut in the middle. Used to be to things being aired live at weird times because the country is so large. Sporting events can be aired at weird times. Yeah, I remember it used to confuse me when I sort of first got into watching TV from the US, like Game of Thrones and Once Upon a Time when that was on. It really confused me when it would say airing Thursdays 8/7C. I was like, what does that mean? Like, what does that mean? I remember seeing it sort of when I was in my teens and being like, how can something be 8/7? Oh, I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was something like that. Don't know which ones yet, but there are quite a few that are halfway done-ish. Nice. Yeah, this Kawaii Tarot is one I want to finish. I was going to have Cottage Friends, one of the Cute and Cozy books, but I haven't been drawn to colouring it recently. And I don't want to force myself to colour in it, just for the sake of completing a book, so I'm just going to leave it and colour it whenever I feel so inclined to. I've got the Grand Classiques Tome 11. What else? Oh, 2 of my project books, Lost and Found and Matchstick Mouse A Big Adventure. And then next year will be another couple of project books that will be finishing up. I've got the Pocket Fairy Tales one and the Capybara Cuties will be finished next year, the following year, 2027. Oh gosh, I've been so focused on doing 2027 plans recently. I dated something. What did I date? Was it in a book? I dated something and I put 26 instead of 25 and I was just like, no! What am I doing? Do you ever get sick of project books? Yeah, I do. And there have been some project books which I've started and then stopped because either me and my buddy were just like, we're not feeling it anymore. I used to have Petit Poupée, that was a project book. Around the World was a project book with Catherine. We are going to bring that back, but I said to her that I wouldn't want to take it on until after I finish Lost and Found. And I think once that one's done, yeah, I think once my project books are finished, I won't rush to replace them. I'll just see how things go. I have a feeling I might want to do another Matchstick Mouse one, just because they're so fun and easy and nice satisfying one to complete. Might want to It depends on the group as well. But I was doing 50 woodland miniatures. I've decided to stop that, and also almost everyone else in the group did as well. Yeah, that one I was just... felt like I was colouring it for the sake of colouring it because I was in a group. Yeah, sometimes I'll put a pause on things and come back. I had the World Fairy Tales by Eerie paused for a while. Come back to that now. Which is nice because now I feel excited to colour in it again. And they're quite big, detailed pages, so it was good to take a bit of a break. Aced Eaton. Aced? I have not drank that much. 8 Eastern, 7 Central, and Mountain, and 8 Pacific. Oh, right. Yeah, it's just... as a Brit, I was like, what does that mean? But then you think, oh yeah, time zones. They've got more than one over there. All books are project books. True. All books would be good to complete eventually. Being realistic? No. No, they will not. There's also some books where I don't like some of the pages and I know I'll never complete it, and that's perfectly okay. Did you respond to the previous comment I posted? I wasn't here. Which one was that, Rabia? About your colour by number books? Have a drink for me. Alright, Sam. Cheers. Yes. Yeah. Sounds great that you got the getting some colour by numbers. I keep thinking, right, I won't get any more. But then I see the cover art for Grand Classics Tome 13 and I'm like, I think I want that one. I'm at the point where I want to limit what I'm buying, what I'm getting, what books I'm getting. But if there's something I love, I'm not saying I've got a no buy or a low buy, just trying to be a bit more mindful about purchases. I mean, I have a few books pre-ordered, both of Luna Mayo's The Million Hugs and Kisses, which that's going to be in a few weeks' time, and A Million Dragons, and Mel Pomeni's Flower Fantasy. I've got them all on pre-ordered because Waterstones had a deal. It was 25% off the books, and I was like, I can't refuse that. I can't refuse it. The only thing I dislike about Blackwell's is their books go out of stock very quickly. Yeah, it depends on the book, often with Blackwell's. Like, you can struggle with the stock. I know people have struggled with the Rita Berman book. I know others have struggled getting the Walden Nature by Raider Prince. Found colouring in order of pages and not jumping around really helps to complete them and to find joy in colouring even if the image is not your fave. That's a good way of approaching Anastasia. Some books I like to challenge myself, where some books I colour in order, and yeah, it can help you with decision fatigue. You just know what's next. It's you turn the page and that's the one you do, and it means that you're not doing all your favourites first and leaving your least favourites to the end, which is something I do try and be mindful of. I try and kind of sprinkle them out. I need to be aware of that with Kawaii Tarot, because there are some where I'm like, I have no idea how I want to colour this, but I need to get it done. Well, I don't need to, I want to get it done. Could maybe do that if the book were telling a story. Yeah, those are the kind of books I do it in. Around the World. This one, because they're cards that go in order. I don't know why I felt like it in this one, I just did. What else have I done in order? Looking at my collection. There's not many books that I challenge myself to do that. Yeah, I'm looking at them and I'm thinking, actually, that's it. Surely there's another one. I've gone through in order. Maybe there isn't. Oh, Ivy and the Inky Butterfly. That's another one. Because, yeah, storybook. My go-to solution for that is to use the tarot card as inspiration. Yeah, I think I will need to be doing that if I'm really stuck. Right, I'm going to pop you guys on the Be Back Soon screen because I need the toilet. So I'll be back in a minute. And I'm back. Right, where did I get up to? That's where different books come in handy if you don't feel like the next page switch books. I don't do prompts or hashtags. It's a good way of approaching the colouring, Anastasia. Yeah, Ivy and the Inky Butterfly, you guys got it. You just got it and you love it so much. Yeah, it is stunning. And January is the month that I'm completing the Wonder Room. Christina Sant Colours. We initially planned to get it, I think we planned this in October or September. It was someone in the autumn. And she was like, oh, I saw you have that as a whip. And weirdly, her page was almost the exact same point and she'd coloured things the same way as I'd, like, she didn't copy me or anything, but it was just funny how we'd got up to pretty much the exact same point with our pages and coloured them very similarly. So we were like, right, let's try and get it done for the end of the year. And what I've learnt about myself is that if I don't give myself a specific date or month to finish on, I'm not going to touch it. If I've got 2 months to colour a page, I'm leaving it till the last month, 9 times out of 10. Sometimes I will start it, but majority of the time I will put it off. And I think that's just, I'm a chronic procrastinator. That's how I roll. So yeah, we have decided January is when we're going to get the Wonder Room done. And honestly, I cannot wait to see it done. Because I started it, I was going through in order. And was that? Yeah, it was in some point in 2023. So I did this page the 8th of July, these two the 10th of July, these two the 11th of July. Then this one did take a while. This took me to the 31st of July. And then I started this soon after, and it's going to be, what, 2.5 years later, finally finished. But yeah, I'm just going to go colour by colour. So I did the blues. I think I'll find a gold combo and do some frames, do some of these goldy bits. I think that'll be the next thing I do. Yeah, I've got a gold combo saved here, but I didn't actually apply it anywhere, so I don't know why that was for. But yeah, I think I want to go crazy with the colours because it shouldn't be matchy, but just using the same colour combos throughout the page. You placed another order for Ivy, and I'll be trying to complete a page from there. That's my goal in 2026. That'll be nice, Ravia, just seeing how far you can get with it. Hiya, creeping it. I'm trying to remember. Is it Jen? Jen? Creeping it colourful? A memory. But hello, and hiya, Dana. Happy New Year. Laurie, that's it. I knew as soon as someone says it, I'm like, of course that's it. Oh, I get there eventually. They finished the Ronda Room 2. It's half done, and it has been for about 3 years. You and me both there, Michelle. It is one heck of a page to do. It really is. I do need to make sure I pull that out throughout the month and chip away at it. So hard to remember, but I have that one down. Some names stick in your head and some just, they disappear. But if I keep getting corrected, then eventually I will. Oh, that's not the right colour. I think I might need to go back in with that light combo and deepen it up a bit because it's kind of giving nothing. Like, it looks like I haven't put any pencil on it. Been colouring a lot in Hannah Carl's Forest Kingdom. Nice, Anastasia. I love that book. In fact, I think it is my favourite Hannah Carlson book. Although it could easily be overtaken by Tales from the Castle Ruins, because that sounds amazing. I haven't seen anything from it yet, but I just know I'm gonna love it. And the same with Maria Troll's new book, The Magical Library, or something like that. You should colour the Wonder Room page on Alive. I could do that. That could help motivate me. Maybe once I've come up with a few more colour combos and then do a bit on Live. I've got to decide which pages I want to do for my project books. So it's Fragile World and then Diane Dufour for the first half of the year. And I've decided I'm going to do one in Dragons du Monde to start with it from Diane Dufour. I've got a few pages in mind, like I flagged a few pages from each. It's just narrowing that down. You know what? Might do a poll to see which you would like to see me colour for the first proper stream of the year. Fragile World or Dragons du Monde. Ooh, I can't type. I'm on an angle. Question. There we go. See what you guys vote for. Because I can't decide. Oh. There we go. Hiya Choco Panda. Welcome in. Sending Happy New Year's wishes from the Southern Hemisphere where I'm currently melting. Well, I hope we'll send you a bit of our cold and you send us a bit of your heat, and then we'll all be happy. Fragile World sounds good. I haven't coloured in mine yet, so you'll be my inspiration. Laurie, I'll be colouring in it every month for the first half of the year. So plenty of pages. And I do want to do at least 2 double page spreads. Yeah, just because why not? Because why not? But it'd be nice, because I think I've done 8 in that book, so I'll pretty much, if I manage to do 2 doubles, then I'll double what I've done in the book for the year. Fragile World is one of those books though that I think having it as a focus for half of the year is good, but if I had it for the whole year I might get sick of it. Just so much animals, so much fur, a lot of large spaces, but doing 6, I can do that. At least I think I can. TBD. You pick dragons because my brain does not feel ready yet to tackle Kirby. Well, it'll be later on in the month. The only Kirby book I've tackled is Dark Fairy Tales. Oh, that's my favourite one. I'd love to get the dragon book. Oh, it's so good. I love that book. I liked Sirens du Monde, but mermaids aren't my favourite thing to colour in general. But dragons, I love colouring dragons. So yeah, I'm going to be colouring a dragons book in January and March, because Vera's hosting a hashtag March of the Dragons. So I'll be going back to it in March. And then I'm thinking of doing Sirens du Monde in February to do one of those Arctic themed mermaids. And then I've got Boule de Poire and Lunar Therapy to do the other months, because Sirens du Monde I will also pull out in May, colouring that every May. In fact, I've got 2 pages coloured, one from May 2024, one from May 2025. I'm still in a post-holiday haze. Yeah, aren't we? Aren't most of us? We're at that point of the year where it's like, what day of the week it is. I feel like we won't know until Monday next week, where things will finally get back to normality. Can you remind me what the second half of the year is as far as focus book and artist? Yes, it is Lulu's House of Wonder and Rita Berman's travel books. The second half of the year. I'm going to get a dragon drawn for Vera's hashtag, that'll be good. Hiya Shannon, welcome in. Lovely to see you. Oh, and hi Glitter Day. There are so many books to get on my list next year. Oh, what's top of your list? In fact, question for you all. What's top of your book wish list to get? Or what few books? I think that's always a fun question to ask. I think now that I've got Colouring the Year, that was at the top of my list, but I got that. Got it now. The next top of my list is Flora and Fauna by Storm's Eye Design, which I know I've said before, but I'm I'm now thinking of waiting until she releases her next book, which is going to be like Things on Shelves, I think she said. And that just sounds up my alley. And she does a discount offer. If you buy 3, you get some money off. So I'm going to wait until that one's released. Get Flora and Fauna, the new one, and the tarot one, because you know me, I love my tarot. The Maria Charles Library book, yes, that's definitely high on my wish list too. I just picked up Dragon Dreams by R.J. Hampson, specifically for that month, because I love R.J. Yeah, I said a while ago that I'm, like, the R.J. books I have are the R.J. books that I've got in my collection. Like, I don't plan on getting any more. But Dragon Dreams would be the one that could persuade me. But honestly, I've got so many of his, I do not need any more. And there's plenty of dragons in all my other R.J. books that I can find something from one of them. I love the way he draws dragons though. Oh, guess yours, Kimberlyn. Oh gosh, I don't know. Oh, of course I know. Kimberlyn wants Mythographic Alice in Wonderland. I was like, oh my god, am I meant to know? And I was like, yes, I do know. You haven't really thought about that? Michelle is Maria Charles Library book. Hi, Amy. Did I say hi, Amy? I can't remember. But hi, and hi, Chrissy. Welcome. I want one of those Korean books that have the coloured image on the left. I think it will help me with my shading. Those books are amazing for just inspiring you to use colours that you don't usually use. And coming up with colour palettes. And learning how to like layer pencils as well to get the effects you want or the colours you want. Like, some people say it sort of stifles their creativity. For me, it expands it. And it's a fun challenge to try and replicate as best I can. It's never going to be perfect because they don't use the same pencils or materials as I do. Poll is currently tied. Ooh. Ooh, it's unusual for my stream to have a close poll. It's 25 votes and Dragon's Dumont looks to be 1 vote ahead. Oh no, now it's tied again. Of course you do. I'd love Romantic Country Third Tale, but it's so expensive since going out of print. Keep looking, Sylvana, because you might find something. Just keep your eyes peeled, because when I got mine, it was kind of out of print, like it was hard to find, and then it came back again. But now it seems to be gone again. So it's a bit of a fickle book, Romantic Country, the Third Tale. It really is my favourite though, out of all of them. It's my fave. But also very high on my list are Maria Charles Library and Flower Fantasy by Mel Pomeni. Oh, in terms of unpublished books, let me check my journal of upcoming releases. And let me pick what I'm most excited for. I mean, Kirby Rosanna says Dream Menagerie. I think that sounds amazing. In my mind, from the description, it sounds like it's going to be a combo of like Fragile World with the animals and Worlds Within Worlds with the idea of like things being merged. So I'm very much looking forward to that. And yeah, both the mythographics, Fairy Folklore, Alice in Wonderland, looking forward to them, and Tales from the Castle Ruins, Tales from the Castle Ruins, and the Magical Life. So many. All of these books that I've got written here, pretty much, the ones I want to get. Yeah, RJ's new Mr. Fogarty book. He announced he did a kind of wrap up of the year. Did a video yesterday, and he teased about what's coming in 2026. He teased a new Tiny Tales book, which I don't have any of them. They're not for me. No. So he's teased that and a new Mr. Fogarty. He said he's been around the world, he's travelled through time, and he's going on another journey next year. So it's like theorising, what journey could he go on? Someone said space. I thought of something earlier. I've already had the idea of fairy tales, but I don't know if you journey through fairy tales. Could do. I thought of something else, and I can't think of it now. You know, I thought of something literally today, and I was like, oh, I should say this on stream, like my idea for the new RJ book. I can't remember what my idea was. Which of RJ's books would you say is the most popular? Ooh. It's really hard with RJ because he's got such a large library of books. And everyone likes something slightly different. People love Mr. Fogarty. I like him, but I don't love him. I really like Around the World because it tells a story. But that's because I like a book that tells a story to begin with. But I would say Lost and Found is pretty popular. Hide and Seek is my personal favourite because I like a book with a variety of images. Check out my rank and rate and you can see which is my personal favourite. And check out other people's rank and rates. I think Lil might have done one. Colouring with Lil. Oh, hiya Yolanda, Happy New Year! And hi Maria, Happy New Year! Do I recommend getting Fragile World as it's just animals? If you like colouring animals, then yes. If you don't like colouring animals, then no. And it's very large, very realistic animals, so if that's not your scene, you won't get the love out of it, but it is gorgeous, and it's one that's really grown on me. Like, I didn't used to like it because I was like, oh, it's just animals, like all the colour palettes are going to be the same, but because you know what colour the animal's going to be, you can have fun with background colours and trying different techniques with that. What am I drinking? It is a rosé spritzer, so just rosé with lemonade. It would be hilarious to put them in different bands throughout time, but that would be very niche. Ooh, kind of like the Alan Robert book. That would be quite niche, but and I think it would just be there wouldn't be too much variety in the images either if it's bands. Yeah, I'm still trying to think of what my idea was, and it's completely gone from my brain. Oh, safari would be cool. Meeting all these different animals. Yes, I'd love that, Laurie. I like Serendipity. Yes, Serendipity is another one of my favourites. Serendipity, Lost and Found, Hide and Seek, I think have the best variety. Like, there's not really a specific theme tying it together. Whereas A Frog's Tale, Around the World, Lost in Time, they have all Mr. Fogarty in the pages. Dragon Dreams is all about dragons. Oceans, all about oceans. Crazy, I know. Mountain King is very much mythical, fantastical, Lord of the Rings inspired. Do love that one. Forest Song, very foresty. Night Garden, similar in the theme there. What's the other one? Moonlight Mischief. That's another fun one that has a good variety as well. Drinking cheeky wine? Yeah, it's the new year. Wherever he goes, it has to be scenes where he can get up to shenanigans. Exactly. And knowing RJ, I'm sure it will. I am sure it will. I bet RJ's notes app is just filled with ideas for pages, because they're all insanely creative. I'm really looking forward to the Colouring RJ Hampson group that we have, where we have a theme for each month, And for January the theme is time. So I'm like, ooh. Because the themes are meant to be broad and interpreted in different ways. So it's like you could do time simply as it's got a clock on it, or it's got something that tells the time. You could colour any page in Lost in Time. You could do something from a different time, or time of year, like it's a seasons page. Or I found one and it was like, oh, it's bedtime. You could find a page that has time in the title of the page itself. So I think with that, it's just a matter of like, okay, I'm going to pick this book, I really want to colour from this book, and find one that fits with the prompt there. Oh, Yolanda likes Steampunk Revival. See, steampunk ain't my thing, and it's not the most steampunky book, but yeah, just not for me. But some people love that kind of style. I think that's what's great about RJ as well. There really is a bit of something for everyone. Those lines you're colouring are really popping. Yeah, these dark ones are like, pow! I'm hoping now that I'm doing the middle shade, kind of brings it all together. I want to add a bit more depth to these lighter ones, because they're kind of looking a bit nothing, like there's no contrast with them. The marker applied lighter on this than it did there. That's something I find when swatching out pens. Sometimes they'll look lighter on one compared to another. Has anyone heard of Maria Troll's In der Nature ein Ausmalbuch, German from In Nature, a colouring book? It's on Amazon in the UK, never heard of it. Right, let me have a look. Because that might be a translated copy of a book that already exists. Steampunk isn't my favourite in general either, but that's Steampunk Cat in one of Kirby's Morphia books is amazing. Oh yes, I do love that. Yeah, in the kind of Morphia book. It's called Ein Ausmalbuch. Ein Ausmalbuch. Maria Troll. Oh, that looks like... Oh, what book is that? That definitely exists in another language. You guys can help me out. Sorry for the lines. In der Nature. It could be Nightfall. So it might say in the description. Does it have a description? But yeah, I don't think it's a new one. Yeah, because this one in Bloomant Garden, that's Night Garden, probably. Botanicum, could be Botanicum. It's a different cover than mine. In der Nature, Maria Troll. See if someone's done a flip through of it. Oh yes, that's Botanicum. Because someone's done a Botanicum flip through and it's the same one. Yeah, definitely Botanicum. It's just mine is a different edition. So the cover is completely different. It's just this special edition. I don't know what makes it special, but I got it. Yeah, that's Botanicum. There we go. Found that out together. It's just the German printed edition. The one with the girl you showed second is Flora. Yes, what one was that? In Blumengarten. I thought it looked like Flora, but then I was like, if it's called In Blumengarten, that sounds like Night Garden. Or Twilight Garden, or whatever it's called. But yeah, I thought that looked like Flora. You didn't recognise the cover. Yeah, that definitely Botanicum, that one. Who's popped in? Hiya Emily, welcome. Hope you are doing well. Oh, throat is hurting. Oh, this poll is very, very close. Fragile World is now slightly winning. We'll keep it going, in case anyone feels like voting still. I mean, there's 38 people here. Oh, and we've had 37 votes, to be fair. Oh, I love that purple. Sorry, I've been putting my son to bed, so not keeping up. No worries, Amy. Thank you. Yeah, it's certainly popping. And it looks very pow on camera. For some reason, purples get oversaturated on camera. I don't know if I hold it up, it'll show it better. It looks very blue. It's not blue, it's purple. But it looks... That's probably a bit more accurate there. But yeah, it's a lot more reddish toned. It's not quite as blue toned. I tend to find that the camera makes my purples look more bluey. Purples and reds I find the hardest to capture on camera. Reds always look pow, crazy oversaturated. Hiya Moira, welcome in. Finally in and time to relax. Hope you've had a good day. The Hermit is actually my favourite page in that book. Yeah, I really love it. I've always pictured it in purples, and I don't know if that was from my own brain or from seeing someone else's completed page, but I've always seen it in purples and just going ham with the purple. And so that's what I did. Just picked 3 different markers. Because I always find these mountains challenging, but in the pages I've done before with them, I've just picked a few different colours and alternated them, and it turns out okay in the end. Where's the other one? I think it's the Emperor. Yeah, just picked, what's that, 3-4 different shades of green and just kind of alternated them. So I did the same with the purples. I guess it was nap time. Hello everyone coming in. Yeah, everyone's popping back. Yeah, that's not even slightly warm on camera. Let's see if I can try and edit it. Filter. Filter. I don't know how to do this. Colour key. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing here. Properties. No. Ooh. Brightness, no. Contrast, no. No, that's not what I want. I was supposed to pick one done. Yeah, I just want to see if I can change the... Ooh, colour correction. Maybe that will help. Gamma. No, not gamma. Hue shift. Ooh, that's it. That's what I need, a bit of hue shift. Try and... It's a bit more like that. That's more like what it looks like in real life. My hands look yellow! So now the purples look better, but my hands look yellow. I look jaundice. But I'm gonna just switch back to normal. Delete that. Yes. Thank you. Close. There we go. Struggled with those mountains. Ended up doing a mix of green and purple on my full page. Yeah. I remember getting stuck on the Fool, and it was the first one. I'm really struggling with that. And then I went through, went through the others, did them a bit better, a bit easier, and then I got really stuck on the Emperor with the hills again, the mountains. That did make a big difference after the purple. I always find it funny how the camera adjusts depending on the colour. So with that red page, and then I switch back, and oh no, it didn't really work that time, but sometimes you'll see like the blues kind of change up with the camera auto-correcting. Yeah, I don't know what it is about purples, but they like to show up blue. Going to let the dogs out for one last time. Fireworks already going. Yeah, it's been going on since I've started streaming, basically. Are you going in order? Just for the major arcana pages, so just these at the front. The minor ones, I'm, as you can see, not doing them in order. Pick them out and doing them all as buddy colours, whereas these ones I've been doing alone, because I am the hermit. I usually quite like the hermit as a page. And I say this because I've done this one now, and I've already done one in Cosmic Spirit. And that's the only tarot card I've done in that book. Again, I use purples. Something about the hermit just screams purple for me. Oh yeah, for my next page, the Wheel of Fortune, it's got a panda on it. So that's why we've got panda popping up as a prompt. I was like, ooh, I've done panda before, let's do it again. Oh, and there's a whale! Didn't even need to do panda as a prompt, there's a whale! There's quite a lot on this page. This is actually my favourite page from the whole book. I love that page. And I'm picturing it in yellows, blues, pinks. Maybe a bit of purple as well, and maybe a bit of green, but just bright and fun. I don't know what I'm doing with the background because it's kind of a galaxy with the planets and the sun. I don't know if I want to go dark, you know, to contrast from this. That could be fun. But focus on this one first. So I wasn't sure what to do for this background either. I might go, I don't know, I could go like an icy blue, or I was also thinking dark, but if I'm doing the next one dark, I don't want to have two in a row that are set at night. So you guys can help me decide on what to do for the background. I hear Lexi. No. Either it's the fireworks screeching outside or my chair. Could be the chair. Oh yeah, no, it's not Lexi. I was like, if you can hear her, I can't. She was actually sat on my dad's lap until just a bit ago when I went to the toilet, and he also got up to go to the toilet, and then she jumped off. She never sits on my dad's lap, but because it's cold now and I have a blanket on me downstairs, so I put the blanket on, and after I finish my tea she'll jump on my lap, and I managed to transfer her over to my dad using the blanket as kind of like a hammock, and transferred her over to him. And apparently she actually stayed for a good hour, which that is unheard of. It's all to do with the blanket. If you didn't have the blanket, she wouldn't be there. She'd go straight to my mum. You were gifted a tarot-based card / board game for Christmas. Ooh, fun, Amy. An icy periwinkle. Ooh. Yeah, I've got some like periwinkly blues on the Tombos that could work well. In fact, I was thinking about using these for some of the mountains, but decided to just go all purple. So maybe I could go that and just do a solid colour of the Tombow. I like that idea. The light cornflower blue for Polly's. No. But that is pretty much the light cornflower blue. Just Polly's do not work in this book. Which is why I was like, no. Yeah. Oh, what am I doing? Pretty similar to, I think, what you were on about, the light ultramarine. Yeah. I like that idea, Amy. I think that might be what I go for. Because I think this one's too dark. Yeah, I want the lighter one. What do you think? The lighter one. Periwinkle, I agree. There we go, I'm sold. I'll wait to do that. It's a good match. I love that kind of pale periwinkly blue colour. Oh, it's so pretty. But you don't often get it in pencil sets. Like, there's nothing like that in the Black Widows, and it's like one of the only colours the Black Widows don't have is a nice periwinkly blue. Right. I think I will go in and add a bit more shading to the lighter mountains now. Because it looks like I haven't even shaded them, but I did. It was just two very light, matchy pencils. So I'm going in with this one. And there we go. Just a little bit of extra depth. Does anyone have any New Year food traditions? No, actually. If I'm down at my grandma's, often we'll have a Chinese for New Year's Eve. Because my favourite Chinese is the one where she lives. It's just, like, there's nothing special about it. I just like it. Like, all the items we get are perfect there. The chicken chow mein, great. Egg fried rice, great. Crispy seaweed, great. Just telling you my order now. The finger-sized pancake rolls, spring rolls, great. Because not everywhere does it the same. You're about to make a pot of chilli, nice. Roast beef on New Year's Day, steak pie on New Year's Eve, nice. A lot of beef in Angie's house. We sometimes have a roast New Year's Day. We actually had a roast on Monday, so I doubt we will. Can't remember what we got planned for tomorrow, actually. Might be pie and mash, because we were going to have pie and mash Monday, but then my mum ended up getting a roast chicken instead. She was like, I've gone off menu. I think it was reduced or something like that. Since having the littles, it's been little smokies. Before then we did corned beef and potato cakes. Does Panic eating Yule log, cheese and mince pies before they go out on date count? Sure. We have so many mince pies. Before Christmas Day, no lie, we had 7 boxes of mince pies. Bear in mind, 6 come in a box. There are 3 of us in our house. I don't think anyone ate one on Christmas Day. We ate other things. I was like, well, your nan and gran would like a mince pie. And I'm like, yeah, 1. There's 3 of us here. Well, it started off, we had 6 boxes. And they bought another one Christmas Eve. And I think they bought another one today. I'm just like, guys, stop with the mince pies. We eat at max one a day, not even that some days because we'll eat something else. I like me a mince pie, but this feels extreme. And so they keep joking to me. Anytime I go to the shop, I'm like, oh, do we need anything? Yeah, mince pies. I'm an absolute sucker for pie and mash. It's the British in me. Oh, pie and mash is good. It is good. It's like proper comfort food, pie and mash. We tend to have it autumn, winter time. Like once the colder autumn months start setting in, we'll be like, ooh, let's have a pie and mash now. Can you freeze them off? I had 2 boxes, but I'm the only one that eats them. Yeah. Luckily they do keep quite well. Yeah, 12 to yourself. Better get eaten. Better get eaten. Have pie and mash all year round, fair enough. Got 4 left. You can do it, Amy. You can do it. Does anyone eat 12 grapes? I did that last year because it was a big thing online that everyone was like, let's eat 12 grapes. And I tell you what, eating a grape for every strike of the clock is a challenge. One that just me did. So I was just there chomping at these grapes. But it was funny. It's a Spanish tradition. Ah. Yes, that does feel right. I'm just remembering on Modern Family, Gloria talking about eating grapes. Yeah, just for some reason it became very popular on social media last year. I haven't seen it as much this year. Last year it was everywhere. I don't know if it was social media. I think it was at work. Someone heard about it at work and then we all started talking like, you can eat your 12 grapes. Became a bit of a thing. Like, make sure you got your punnet of grapes. Like the fruit grape? Yeah. Yeah, like grapes. A bunch of grapes. You eat a grape. Meant to be a grape for every strike of the clock at midnight. And then you're meant to do a wish for the new year as you eat each grape. But I don't know how one is making a wish and eating a grape at each clock strike. Like, that seems too much. I'm a comfort food eater, especially at the moment. But you made me want Chinese food. Oh, honestly. I was like, Chinese food at New Year's just feels right. Now I want Chinese food. Everyone wants Chinese. Now I do as well. 12 raisins and a wish for each. Ah. Now raisins would be something easier than a grape. Yes, under a table. Yeah. I saw People are like, oh, everyone get under your table and eat the grapes, but nah. It's just a lot to be doing all at once. Getting under a table, eating a grape with every strike of the clock, and making a wish. There's a lot of things going on all at once. And wishing everyone a Happy New Year whilst chomping on your grapes. Would eat grapes with my son, hate them all. It's okay, here's a turn, I wanted grapes. Hiya Skippy, welcome in. Go away notification there. Things we do for our littles, exactly. So I've got a bit of a new obsession, and that is white stickles, the frosted lace. It makes for the most perfect snow because it's just white glitter, so it looks like snow rather than having any other colours reflected in it. Got that as a Christmas present for myself. Well, it wasn't necessarily for, well, it was for myself. It was with a gift card that I was given. But now I'm tempted to get myself all of the kind of clear stickles with all the different colours in them. It's still impossible to wish eat in seconds, literally. There's something about the colour of your underwear you wear, if I'm correct. Oh, what does that mean? What colour have I got on? Grey. What does grey mean? Isn't there something about whose first steps over the threshold on New Year's? I haven't heard of that one. Is anyone here from the south in the US? I don't know. For New Year's Day I blow cinnamon through the door for good luck and prosperity. Worked last year. If it works one year, better work this year. I haven't heard of the cinnamon one. Honestly, there's so many little New Year's traditions people do. I haven't heard of half of them. Hang on, let me Google it. Everyone check your pants. What does no underwear mean? Does it make a difference if it's a thong or full briefs? Angie's going commando. That's first footing. It's a Scottish tradition. Ah. Yeah, no, I hadn't heard of that. There's so many little traditions based on where you are in the world. Like, there's that tradition at the wedding that you jump over a broom. That's from something. I don't know where that's from. I've seen it on, like, American TV. What's another one? Oh, I've tried Googling this before. This is very random. But Americans, in a graduation ceremony, you finish, you get your diploma, and you're on the stage, and you flip your little tassel from one side to the other. What does that mean? I tried Googling it, and nothing came up. Nothing. But this was quite a while ago. I remember watching it on Glee and being like, why are they moving the tassel each time? Does that mean... And I tried Googling it and found nothing. To be fair, if I Google it nowadays, AI would probably help me. It's quite useful for answering questions, the AI engine. It gives you a good summary. I mean, it's not the most accurate all the time, but it can be helpful. Oh, so wearing grey underwear on New Year's Eve symbolises balance, neutrality, stability and sophistication, acting as a calm, confident middle ground for setting intentions. I knew I was correct. Well, there you go. That's me. That's me all over. That's an African American tradition, I think. Yeah. It just means you've graduated. But, like, what side does it start on and what side do you flip it to? And why do you flip it? And why does it matter what side it's on? We don't have graduation ceremonies like that. Not for school. And even for university, we don't. I've been to 2 graduation ceremonies, and my first one was right after COVID. It was in a football stadium. It was ridiculous. It was terrible. They just filmed people on a screen. They didn't even read your name out, shake your hand. You didn't get given anything. You just walked across stage and waved at the camera at the live stream. That was my first graduation, and then my second one was better. Like, you were all lined up in order, and they said your name, and the Vice Chancellor tipped their hat at you, because it was still COVID time, so no touching or anything, but they tipped their hat at you. But you didn't get given anything. Did I get given anything? I don't think so. Yeah, you just walked across stage. It was like such a waste of time. That first one. Everyone started shaking each other's hands. Yeah, you just went up kind of subject by subject and walked across the stage. It was so pointless. Don't remember sides, but if you haven't graduated until your diploma's in hand. Oh. For us, you've graduated once you take your last exam. You're done. Never got to have a graduation ceremony. It's a symbol of starting a new chapter, finishing one major part of life and starting another. You flip it to show you're a graduate. The glitter ball might be New York. Oh, where does the ball drop? Didn't you throw your hat? Nope. Weren't allowed to throw hats. It was literally my first one, which was at Southampton, was rubbish. Absolute rubbish, and it was 2 years combined into one because of COVID as well. At the end, when they announce that the ceremony is over, you throw your mortarboard in the air too. Well, ours are all rented, so you've got to give it back right at the end. And like, there'll be a place to drop your robes off. You can buy them, but I don't think anyone does, because what an expense. Especially not for your undergrad degree. You might if you did your PhD or something. Mine's white underwear. I wonder what that means. It's not a PG conversation tonight. You know, the class of 2020, when they did a makeup ceremony for us, I had COVID. Oh. Wow, this is also different to here. Honestly, I can't speak for every university because they are all different in terms of graduation ceremonies, because when I went to Bath Spa, it was much nicer. It was a nicer ceremony, like you got your name called out. But yeah, you just get your diploma, your certificate comes in the post. Really boring. Really, really boring. For us, you rent your robe and hat and you threw the hat in the air, but not too high so you don't lose it. We had Miriam Margley's accept an honorary degree at ours. Oh, which one was that? I find honorary degrees so stupid. Like, so many celebs are honorary doctors. And they'll be like, oh, I'm a doctor. And you'll get, like, sort of panel shows where people go, oh, I'm a doctor, by the way. They're like, so am I, and so am I, and so am I. And so it means nothing. I graduated in 1977, a long time ago now. Does here too for university. All the time there, and now your life is ultimately different. Yeah. Just realised I didn't have it on all chat. Fragile World appears to have won the poll, so I'm going to end it. So Fragile World will be the first one. Graduated in 1982. See, remember, I'm a baby in the colouring community. What you would class as graduating high school for us would be finishing sixth form / college. So that was 2017. And uni, I graduated 2021 / 2022. Alright, I think I'm about there with those. Oh, I missed one. Missed that bit completely. Alright, I'm gonna shade this one. You finished high school in 2007. Rabia's off to watch a movie. No worries, Rabia. Enjoy your movie. Dana finished in 99, the year I was born. Once you become a professor, you kind of need to buy your robes because you wear them to every graduation of where you're teaching thereafter. Alright, yeah. Yeah, there were a couple of teachers at my school that would wear their robes for school picture day kind of thing. Graduation I spoke about is at the end of my degree. In those days we didn't do a celebration at school. And he was 10 in 99, so there's 10 years between us. We're similar ages. I finished secondary in 2008. I feel really old now, I know. I'm sorry, Dana, I'm sorry. Yes, I am, in the colouring community, a baby. I am an adult. I'm 26. Suppose soon, actually, I'm 27. Not that long to go. At law school, the professors make up a colourful bunch. The Harvard robes are hot pink. Oh gosh. So that's why Elle Woods went to Harvard. Because the robes are hot pink. Where's Harvard that she went to? Yeah, Harvard Law. Yeah, that's the big law school, yeah. Yeah, we had one doctor at our school who insisted on being called doctor. Would hate it if you called her Mrs. She'd be like, I worked 8 years for my degree. She was Colombian as well, so very passionate. And her robes were like bright red. She always stuck out in the school pictures. Oh, he's going to be 61 in January. Ooh. In the gaming community, I'm a boomer. Literally, Angie. Anything above your teens, you're ancient. Yeah, my last job, when I worked at Longley, most of the people that worked there were 18 or under. So I was one of the oldest that worked there. And now working as a carer, I'm one of the youngest. In fact, I am the youngest. There used to be a girl that was younger than me, but she moved companies shortly after starting. In June. Our students all called me Mrs. D once they got to know me. They still do when chatting on Facebook. We had one like that in high school. She always said I'm a doctor of science, literally. Yeah, she was a science teacher, our doctor. I told her, come back when you're a proper doctor. Literally. It does feel strange that they can literally title themselves as doctor because they've got the PhD, but they're not a doctor. They're a doctor, but not a doctor. A medical doctor. They've earned a doctorate degree. But there should be something, like a different name for it. You know what I mean? Started law school the same time as Elwoods. We had a field trip to see the movie. Seriously. Organised by the professor with the hot pink robes. Love that, Erica. I think becoming an adult and going to university is realising, okay, yeah, I understand where they were coming from. Doing a doctorate degree is a lot of work, and I do not want to do it. I was at uni because I changed courses. I did 4 years of undergrad uni, then I did my year as a PGCE, so 5 years total. I was like, I'm never writing an assignment ever again. Never again. Maybe that's why real doctors call themselves like GPs or physicians or whatever their specialty is, probably. Lawyers are jury doctors. No lawyer in their right mind would call themselves a doctor. No, that would be weird. So actually PhDs had the same, had the name doctor first, and then the medical profession borrowed the name doctor. Ah. Doctora from the hospital are called physicians, or am I wrong? My first language is Spanish. Some are physicians, some are doctors. I heard recently that surgeons in the UK are called professors or sir or mister. Like, that's seen as higher than being called a doctor, which seems weird to me. I tried to normalise calling people doctor for having a PhD in front of my students, because doing a dissertation is no joke, literally. Literally. What did I study? I did nursing. Not nursing. I started doing nursing. I did nursing for 1 year, and then I switched to psychology. That's what my degree is in. Refill the glass. That is the last of my tipple. Very weird. If you want to indicate you're a lawyer, you could use colourful Erica Esq. Is that what? Esquire? Esquire. Surgeons where I work are called Mister. Always find that weird, especially when watching American shows like Grey's. Yeah. Like, my knowledge of surgeons and surgery is all based on Grey's. Love that show. Esquire, yeah. Ooh, psychology, it is interesting. I will say it's a lot more interesting doing it at A level. Having to do the sort of... No, it just depended on the modules. Some modules were really interesting, some modules were not my cup of tea. I hated anything to do with the brain, like behavioural neuroscience. I really hate the sciencey stuff, but I loved social psychology. One of my favourite modules was psychology of relationships. That one was really good. Criminological psychology was really good as well. Snap started mental health nursing, then ended up doing social psychology with cell biology. Kind of random. It's very specific as well. Like, you would just do psychology. You wouldn't specify until you did like a master's or PhD, which then you would go into social or neurological or whatever. In the US, we would never call a surgeon Mr., Mrs., Miss, or Mrs. Being an insult not to call them doctor. Yeah, honestly, I didn't realise it was a thing until it was Steve talking about his surgery and how he's got a professor. That's what they call him. Medical doctors use doctor name, then use letters after your name to indicate the type. Yeah. If you want to know my name, it's Jess. I'm not saying my full name. It's Jess. BSc with honours. Thank you very much. Loved criminal psychology and developmental. Yes. I did also like the brain stuff, even if I remember which bit of the brain was what. Oh, it was a nightmare. Oh, honestly, I just hated it. I hated the stuff which just involved like learning. Like I like learning theories, not just like facts. I liked being able to apply theories. I did the psychology of advertising, which was pretty cool. Forensic science and nursing degrees, and I agree some subjects it's so interesting and some so boring. Lol. Yeah, it's like I understand we all do the basics, but some of those basics were just a lot. I do not like how these clouds are turning out. I should have just left them as the lines that they were. Can I rub it out? Yes, I can. Because I do have a bit of colour on these. Like a bit of the light purple marker. And, yeah, just did not like that pencil shading, so I'm going to leave it as that. I'm BSc Ons, BSc Ons. Oh, I am BSc Ons, PGCE with QTS. I like the stuff about London taxi drivers hippocampus. I tell my husband all the time that relying on GPs for everything is making him dumber. Oh, not GPs, GPS. Honestly, London taxi drivers, the tests they have to do are insane. Okay, funny story. When I was little, I have this very strong memory of my mum telling me how black cab drivers have to do this big test about all the streets in London, so they are like the most knowledgeable people in London, like they know the streets off the back of their hand. And I was just like, but why only the black ones? Why not the white ones as well, or any of the Asian ones? And Mum was like, no, the cabs are black. not the cab drivers are black. And I was just like, oh, I don't know how old I was. Must have been about like 8 or something. I was so confused. I was like, sounds a bit racist, doesn't it? Only making the black ones do a big test. Why not the white ones? I was just like, oh my god. But no. That was just where my little child brain went. Still attend uni even after being diagnosed with all my heart problems during my first year. Good for you, Angie. Hopefully they give you the support you need. Honestly, I don't know what was wrong with me as a child. You could use your stickles with the clouds, make them sparkly. Ooh, yeah. I was just going to use stickles on the snow, but now maybe I'll do that. Right, I'm going to do... No, let's shade him first. Yeah, I'm like, what warm greys do I want to use? The Artex don't have the best range of greys. I might bring out my Black Widows to supplement. Oh. He's such a happy fat cat. He is. He's so pleased with himself. How on his little lantern. Oh, I remember what I was going to do next. Banner. But I'll get this out now. What do I want? Spider web. When I was toddler, the time we went past a Publish bar on the bus, I would point and be like, Daddy in there. Oh, couldn't have been me as a kid. I didn't realise that it's a big thing for blokes to drink and watch football, because my dad doesn't do either. So I didn't know that it was like such a big like male culture to drink, especially beer, drink a load of beers. I didn't realise that was a thing until I was probably in my teens. Probably didn't actually really understand it until I went to uni, to be honest. Not actually having people around me that did drink regularly. Really wish Black Widows would start selling open stock. I need a few pencils out of every set right now. Dana, you need to email the guy. There's an email for the guy who makes Black Widows. He's based in Australia, and you can give him a list of your pencils and then he will give you a quote. I haven't done it myself, but I know you can do it, because yes, I need to do the same. I've got a few that are small and I use quite a lot of. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. I don't know what the email is, but I believe you might be able to find it on its Facebook group, something like that. Yeah, it's great. Which is why I love the Black Widows, and I kind of don't worry about using them up, because I know that is an option. Sure, you can find it. There you go. Bye Trinu, have a very happy new year. Oh, I think I need to have a little chocky. Whisper. I got several, I say several, I got a big tub of Heroes and a bag of Heroes from a couple of my clients for work for Christmas. I am happy about that. Heroes are my tub of chocolates of choice. For those of you in the UK, what are your favourite? What's your ranking of the tubs of chocolates? Dog is telling me it's time to go. Take care, Erica. Happy New Year. Kimberlyn, are you behind? I think you're quite a bit behind, because I was talking about that a couple of minutes ago. Good on you for having a roses. Honestly, there's one thing I've always cared about, it's equality. I am very much always been firm in equality for everything. But I'm like, hey, why doesn't everyone else have to take a big test? Why only them? Heroes are the ones I like the most in things, but I do love my Quality Street orange creams. Yes, Amy, like, Heroes are the only box of chocolates where I genuinely do like them all. Not a big fan of eclairs, but I'll eat them still. So yeah, Heroes are my fave. Then probably Quality Street, then Celebrations, then Heroes. Not Heroes, Roses. Celebrations, I just outright don't like Snickers or Bounty. I will eat a Bounty now, but I don't really like it. I'll just eat it because it's there. I don't really like the chocolates with nuts in either. Any nuts. Not a huge fan of choc tubs, I don't like a lot of them. That's fair enough. What next? Dinky Decker. Once upon a time you could get tubs of Sensations. Now it's just bags and they only have 4 flavours. Oh! Are you on about like Terry's Chocolate Orange? Like individual ones? Are you on about those, Amy? Yeah, I loved them, and they had like popping candy in them. Oh my gosh, that's such a memory you sparked in me then. Of course, they were so good. Love a chocolate orange. Haven't had one in ages. Love Bounties, but then one of my mum's pregnancy cravings with me was coconut. Fair enough. It's very much a love or hate it thing, that. My parents love Bounties, like it's one of their favourites. So I just let them eat them all. Get milk, dark, popping candy, toffee, honeycomb. One year they had white as well. Yeah, I remember those. They were so good. So good. I love Raffaello, the white Ferrero Rocher. See, because I'm not a fan of nuts, especially whole nuts. No thank you. Not for me. Ferrero Rochers. I'm American, I don't know what real chocolate is unless I'm paying $30 for a box at Chocolatiers. Yeah, that's fair enough, Millie. I think we were talking about chocolates in a previous stream, and after I decided to Google, why does American chocolate suck? And it's all to do with Hershey's creating a chocolate and putting some thing in it, like, I don't know what the name, but it's like glyceric, bicuspid, that's a valve. Like some kind of chemical in it that meant that it lasted longer, and it gives it this weird vomit-like taste, and that just became the norm. Because I would have understood, like, if it was bad before, but now it's good because they know these good recipes and they can get it import. But no, they just don't. They just have bad chocolate. I don't understand. Toblerone, standard white and dark. I do like the Toblerone, yeah. Dark you can't get anymore because my dad loves dark chocolate, loves Toblerone, and for Christmas he would always get a dark Toblerone, always. And my nan especially would always get him 1 or like 3 Toblerones wrapped up for Christmas, and she was like, I'm so sorry, but I couldn't find any this year. And Mum was like, no, I couldn't either. I think they've stopped doing them. So my dad used to love, well, he still loves them, dark Bounties, and you could get them from my local B&M. And I would literally get the whole box off the shelf and just get that for him, because they'd be 50p a bar. So for a present, like, it's a nice little present, getting a whole box. 24 bars in there. But then they stopped doing it, and you can't get them anymore. So everything he loves is leaving. Does anyone remember Mingles? Oh my gosh. The name sounds very familiar. I'll have to search it. Mingles. Something weird's going to come up, I feel like. Oh, yeah, I recognise them, but because they're minty chocolate, yeah, no, I just don't like mint, so that's not my thing. But I do recognise that. Fun fact, Nestle can stop Hershey's from making Kit Kats anytime they want. Ooh, love a Kit Kat. I love seeing people film what the British like section of a American supermarket, like what food they have, and how you can get a tin of beans for like $8. And you're just like, what? Why would anyone do that? Like, when you can get it for like 80p in the UK for a tin. Get import fees, but that's ridiculous. Nestle own all the rights to Kit Kats, yeah. I've been quite obsessed with watching these short videos. She's from TikTok, but I don't have TikTok. But I watch all the TikTok shorts that go over onto YouTube. And I think she's literally called like Bartender from TikTok. And she does little skits. And I find them so weirdly entertaining. But like a whole big thing is tipping in the US. I mean, I've known this for years, but seeing it there, like going out for drinks and having to tip, oh no. And she did this skit of like, what if people were actually paid a living wage? And she was like, oh, there'd be long queues, you wouldn't get good service. And it's like, yeah. But I also think, like, how do you not have long queues with tipping? Like, and then someone in the comments said that because they're paying a living wage, they would have to have fewer bartenders available. But also, like, they complain about not making enough money, like they survive off tips, but the amount of tips people receive seems to be crazy. Like, you'll just get given $50. Like, I know it gets split, but still. Tipping's gotten so much worse since COVID too, has it? I just find the idea of tipping so, like, I think as a Brit I just find it annoying that you'd go to the US and you have to tip. Like, no. I am someone that I will choose something off the menu because it's £2 cheaper than the other thing. So I don't want to give just £2 away. Like, no. We just need to pay people a living wage. Exactly. I don't understand how it's still going on. Because you'd still have tips. Like, when my first job was a waitress at a pub. And I got paid minimum wage, which back then, also bearing in mind that I'm quite young, it wasn't even that long ago, 10 years ago, it was £3.87. That was the minimum wage for a 16-year-old, and that's what my job paid. But I would get tips, and each week it would vary. Sometimes it would be £5, other weeks it would be £10, £15, but like, it was like quite a decent sort of extra bonus on top. And yeah, it was a bonus. It wasn't expected. It was often, if it was like a large group, they'd sort of pass a bowl round, they'd give a quid each, like, because yeah, it does require a lot extra work to serve a big large group than it is to serve smaller ones. But yeah, it was very much a thank you rather than a I'm going to chase you down because you didn't tip me. Like, what? The idea that you shouldn't go out because you don't want to tip, like, oof. To be fair, in many places now you can order and pay via app in a restaurant, so having less waiters isn't that big a deal. Yeah, that's true. Love the fact that you can order on apps now and not even interact with people. I love that. I don't mind tipping if service is good, but if poor, then no way. Exactly, Michelle. Like, it should be a choice that you make. Go, thank you for giving us good service. Here's a little bit extra cash. Like, it shouldn't be the expectation. Have you seen our congress, literally? Right. Background now. Background. Alright, I probably won't look at the chat for a little while because I want to try and reduce streaks as best I can. Usually for skies I like to go horizontally, but because it would be such a long horizontal stroke, I think going vertical will give a smoother result. It's weird, I don't know what it is about this paper. It's rubbish, but water-based markers do apply really smoothly on them. I used to hate it at my last job when 16-year-olds would complain about being paid less than me because over 21. And it's like, look, when I was your age, which wasn't that long ago in the grand scheme of things, £3.87 an hour. If you were getting £4, you were getting a good thing. £5, wow, that was crazy money. And you're complaining about 9? I know cost of living's gone up, but still, shut up. One of my friends is currently a waitress in the US. I believe she's making $2 something an hour. Wow. See, like, I know they don't get paid enough because they rely on tips, but it's not until you see it written down. And the cost of living in the US is a lot higher as well, isn't it? I'm pretty sure. Like groceries and stuff. Having been a server, bartender and hairstylist, I lived on hairdressers as well. You don't get paid enough being a hairdresser? What? That's crazy to me. I'm in Canada, the province of Quebec, and tipping is definitely obligatory here. But then it's also declared and added to their salary. It's generally viewed that a 10% tip was under par service, 15% on par, and 20% for exceptional. Oh. Well, the fact that even 10% is under par service, like, and you've got to pay that is still, like, what? $3 to $7 an hour is not enough to sneeze at. No, it isn't. Don't mind tipping if I'm taking up space at a restaurant and someone is taking care of me. Granted, I'd prefer we fix the wages, but it's been the culture forever. And also, I suppose, in America, you're weirdly used to hidden fees because taxes aren't displayed on price tickets, whereas in the UK, what you see is what you pay for. If something is for £1, you pay £1. You don't pay £1.37 kind of thing. Like, and so I think the fact that we have taxes included into our prices, tipping isn't the expectation, we don't have extra fees added at the end. It's very much not the norm when you get these. Often you'll get service charges added automatically to a receipt, and it's something you can opt out of. But you do not want to be the person. Like, as someone who is very much like, I don't tip, I would never say, I don't want to pay the service charge. I don't want to pay the tip charge. Like, that just feels wrong. It's like, recommended service charge. These days I just stop in to pick up a takeout order and they expect a tip. Like, no. That's... seriously? Tip for a takeaway? I keep seeing jokes and skits that people go to McDonald's and they're like, give me a tip before you leave. Which markers work on that paper? Tombows. Yeah, awful. Groceries are extortionate. Yeah, cost of living is terrible. Things like fruit and veg in the US is crazy. I love watching juicing videos. I watch weird videos, like shorts. Just a woman manually juicing a bag of oranges. She's like, this bag of oranges cost me $9. And I'm like, $9? For a bag of oranges? It's a bag of fruit. That would be at max £2 for a big bag. Maybe £2.50. You'd be expecting to pay £1 something. For Christmas time in the UK, all veg, there's a big like reduction on veg. So like bags of carrots, parsnip, cabbages, cauliflowers, etc. They get reduced heavily. So Tesco, like each supermarket was slightly different. Tesco was 8p. Somewhere else was 15p. Aldi, Lidl and Morrison's was 5p a bag, which is just crazy for a bag of carrots. And the thought is that apparently the supermarkets just take the hit and they think, okay, if I charge 5p for a bag of carrots, they're more likely to spend £5 on a box of chocolates as well. So they're recouping the money with the extra Christmas sales. Bellhops in nice hotels, yeah. Like watching Home Alone and they're all like, where's the money? And I'm just like, what? I'll take my own bag, thank you, goodbye. You tip all estheticians. Oh. I don't tip my hairdresser, but I do constantly remind her not to undercharge me. Ironically, I only ever tipped hairstylists when I've been unhappy with the result. I was ignorant of the need to tip a hairdresser for the longest time, and I felt so bad after I schooled myself. Oh. I've been brought up to always tip. Yeah, see, no. I don't come from a tipping family in general. My nan would occasionally tip. She'd be like, oh, I know the girl, give her a couple of quid. It's all capitalism run amok without enough regulation, yeah. Cost of living varies drastically here. McDonald's makes $15 an hour now. Tipping would be very weird. Yeah, it would be. I keep seeing some crazy things like $27 for working an hour. I worked at McDonald's for a bit. It was like a little bit above minimum wage, but not by much. Like not crazy amounts. I did tip my groceries delivery person tonight, but it's New Year's Eve and this was Uber, so quick. That's fair enough. But also, like Michelle, that's your choice. You wanted to tip. You didn't have to tip, you wanted to tip. And I think it just makes the tip mean more. My hairdresser went from working in a salon to renting a chair to having her own little salon. She sets her own prices now, so I don't feel bad about not tipping. For me, so expensive to get my hair cut. I ain't tipping. There's signs all over, like scan the QR code, want to leave a little extra. And I'm like, if you want to do that, then fair play to you, but no thank you. Right, the banner. What is the time? 10:15. You know what? I think I will finish this page with you all. It's nice being able to colour and not have to worry so much about the time. I mean, I wanna finish in time to watch the New Year's celebrations. You totally agree, yeah. Like, just increase the prices of things on the menu to pay your workers more. Like, then at least you know what you're paying up front. I don't like hidden charges. I don't like it. But the US seem to love a hidden charge. It annoys me on like Deliveroo, Uber Eats, whatever, food delivery apps, how you have the service fee, the delivery fee, and like an online, like, You've got all these extra added fees. Just include it in the price, please. Please. Just put it all included. Because there's no way of opting out of these fees. You've got to pay them, and there's no other way to order it without paying these extra fees. And so often I get to the end of the payment screen, I'm like, I'm not bothering now, because my one order of less than £10, I've got £5 of fees on top. I go every 6 weeks to get my colour retouched. She legit makes a fortune off me. Especially as she does another lady's hair at the same time. Yeah, very true. Yeah, getting your colour done is expensive. I go about twice a year. I was going once a year, but I've now changed to twice a year just because I like to have the refresh. And I've got the money to now. I think it was over £200 last time I got it done, and I was just like, yeesh. But I go by the fact like, oh okay, I'm going to go twice a year, so I can treat myself to that. Like, it's okay. And there's the Apple Pay fee if you use Apple. Obviously I don't use Apple. I never tip hairdresser. They charge me 50 quid for a haircut, as I have long hair, but I have a straight line cut, so I'm in the chair for less than 5 minutes. Yeah, I don't get charging more for a long haircut. I get charging more for a long hair dye, because you got more to dye, but when you're cutting, like, if you're just getting a trim, it should... But even if doing a trim is just as much work for them as lopping half your head off, kind of thing. Because at the end of the day, that's just snipping. Like, it doesn't really matter how much hair you've got when cutting it. But for dyeing, like, I do understand that, because obviously long hair you're using a lot more dye. We don't have the political will or infrastructure to fix it, yeah. That isn't the issue. Our CEOs seem to live in cushy lives while the employees live in poverty. Unfortunately, that does appear to be the case. Where giving you an extra 20% on things is pocket change to them, where it's the difference of someone going out and not being able to afford to. I mean, going out is a luxury, not a right. But still. It does make you think, though, with the cost of living going up every single year and going up by a lot. What's it going to be like in 10 years? Is it going to be the new norm soon, where we pay £30 for a meal? Is it going to be the norm soon? Like, how long will it take until a Big Mac meal at McDonald's is 20 quid? Because it's getting close to £10. It's very easy to spend over £10 just on yourself at McDonald's nowadays, which is crazy. If it's a cut and finish, then I guess you use more product and it takes longer to dry style, but it's not that much different. Oh yeah, I suppose the drying. Please don't lop off half your head. I mean, you can if you want. I don't know how long you will survive. If your client wants layers. Yeah, I suppose that's different as well. That's true, but regulation would fix that. Having a minimum wage that is actually a living wage is a regulation. Yeah, and all they've got to do is put that in by law and you've got to do it. Like the UK, the minimum wage is the minimum wage. No one is allowed to pay under that. You are breaking the law and you would get your employer into trouble. I mean, the minimum wage isn't necessarily enough to live on for some people, but it is the living wage. Right, I am going to get out my metallic watercolours. I think I need this one. Purple. My hair takes forever to dry. It's nearly long enough to settle now. Mine takes forever to dry. Is it dry yet? It's still a little bit damp. And I washed it... Oh, when was it? It was quite late in the day. It was like 2 PM, 3 PM? Hours ago. It was more like 3 PM. Oh no, these are the pinks. I don't want the pinks. I want the purples. Oh, actually, no, I don't like them. I don't want them. I don't think they're right. I mean, the deep purple's okay. Actually, the duochrome purple, I don't know, it's a bit too pinky. I mean, they're pretty colours, do not get me wrong. But they're just not quite the right shade. Let me grab something else. Where? Oh gosh, where is it? Oh, there it is. I've sorted out the drawer under my desk, and the next thing to sort out is the bed next to me. This doesn't have the swatch chart in it, but I know for a fact that these... Well, that purple might be okay. Where's the swatch chart? It's somewhere over here. Is it? Oh, I don't know where it is, but standing up made me realise I need to go to the toilet. So I will be back in just a minute, everyone. Okay, I'm back and I found my swatch. And I think this purple is pretty perfect. So it's got a slight kind of blue shimmer in it. And I think it fits the vibes. Because that one's a bit too... It's not quite right. It looks quite a good match on camera, but not to my eyes. In fact, that doesn't look like a good match on camera, but in real life, I'm going to go for that symphony purple, and then I will probably end up going over the lines with a glitter gel pen, like what I did with this one here, where I went over the swirls with a metallic watercolour, and then just to like neaten up the outlines, use a glitter gel pen. I like doing that. So just got to think about how's best to approach this. Like doing the gold border and then this, or this, then the gold. I'll do this because I can always rotate the book around to do the border. And you need to let it soak. Jess, did you say what markers you used? Did they bleed through? These are Tombows and they bleed through terribly. Yeah, don't recommend any marker. I only use the markers for these front because I don't care if I get bleed through there. Rather I didn't, but but I do. Another issue here is we have this paranoia about socialism, and social programs get labelled communism. And that paranoia goes back to the Cold War and is used by a weapon by politicians. Watching Stranger Things, and specifically re-watching it all, makes me realise like quite how afraid America is/was of communism. Like every insult is, or like everything is like, we need to do this so we can stop the commies. And I'm just like, no one even thinks about that over here. Not anymore. I mean, the thing is, like, communism as a concept, because I learnt about this at school, as a concept, it's a good concept. Just the execution was terrible. But I genuinely don't want to go into it because 1, I'm not the most knowledgeable, and 2, I don't really understand, and 3, I don't really want to understand. Like, a lot of news things, a lot of politics things, I just, oh shoot, I drip water on the other side of the page. Okay, that's fine. I keep doing that recently. I need to get another sheet to put on the other side. Your comment was marked red. Oh, Shannon, you must have typed something that YouTube automatically flagged. Let me see if I can. Moderation activity will be shown. See, no, I can't see it. Unity moderation. Strictly speaking, a dictatorship isn't a bad concept if you have a benevolent dictator. Trouble is, dictators tend to be more fascist instead. Yeah. Yeah. It's not a fun time for New Year's Eve, no. No biggie. Honestly, I find it funny, like, I'll often have comments that YouTube doesn't allow. You can't write COVID. It won't let it. I tried putting, oh, in COVID times, and yeah, it just, YouTube automatically just blocks it out. And I'm like, come on, aren't we past this? Can't we talk about it now in the past? Right. Want to let it sit a bit for it to develop. Especially the metallic watercolours, you need to let it soak for a bit. So whilst that's soaking, white paint pen. And I'm just going to go round the black lines of the snow, so then I can go over the top with my white stickles. Yeah, as soon as I got that white stickles, I went back on some matchstick mouse pages I'd already coloured and went over the top of them with the stickles. And oh, it's just that perfect touch for snow. Pretty sure my comments get deleted if I ever include an ISBN number. I think it gets identified as spam. Oh, yeah, I've never seen anyone comment an ISBN number before, so that would explain it. I know you can't put in links. I can, but no one else can. That's probably to reduce spam or what's the word? Like dodgy links, like virus links. Okay, lovely peeps, I've got to head out and feed my dinosaurs. Your chickens. Did throw me a second. I was like, she okay? Dinosaurs? But chickens, I'm thinking. Or kids, I suppose. Jess, what would you say is a reasonable price for the Light Wish? Under 20 would be reasonable. I wouldn't spend more than about 20. What are they coming up for you as? I'll have a look on my Amazon. They were sent to me, so I didn't actually pay for them myself. Light Wish. Okay, $25.99. Okay, so I'd say about 25. So yeah, probably around $30 then for you, I'd say, ish. My toddlers are in big dino stage. Good to know, Kimberly. I keep forgetting to ask around about those. For a 24 set, yeah, it's $25.99 on Amazon UK for the 24. Do some other highlights whilst I'm here. Need to go soon. Spend an hour with my hubby before bedtime. Lovely to spend time with you. Thank you for joining us, Jeanette. Have a lovely New Year's. And I'll see you next year. Now I feel like if I highlight all the tops of these mountains, it will lessen the impact of it. So I'm just going to do like the top layer, what looks to be like the top layer of the mountain. Give it a highlight there. Don't know if that even makes sense. Oh, I said top layer and then I just got carried away there, just highlighting away. I mean, sometimes it's hard to distinguish what's like the top of it. They all kind of merge into one. Just stopping by to say Happy New Year, everyone. Happy New Year, Nikki. $33 here, that's about right, the conversion rate. There you go. Yeah, sorry, my estimation wasn't very good. I think I was being more kind of like, that's what I would want to pay, than like what it actually is. That watercolour is nice and thick now. I think this paintbrush might be a bit too big though. Yeah, actually it's alright. Really trying to hone my wish list and prioritise. Yeah. I might do another... I kind of feel like deleting everything from my wish list and working from the ground up. So there's not really much that's really on like the top of my wish list. What I'm trying to ask myself now is, if I got this book, would I want to colour it over all my other books in my collection? If the answer's no, don't get it. Which seems like such a simple obvious thing. I think it's because I'm approaching 300 in my colouring book collection. I'm like, that's a heck of a lot. Like, weirdly, 200 and something feels a lot less than 300. That sounds really stupid, but you have other people and they've got 500, 600, 1,000. Or, like, it doesn't matter as long as you like what you have. Hiya, Jackie. Happy New Year to you in the future. How is 2026 looking? Nice and warm and sunny for you. My final book count for 2025 was 49. I'm tempted to purchase one more to make it around 50. Honestly, the amount of times I've done that where I'm like, oh, don't really want to have an odd number there. Like 14, a number ending in 9, I really hate. Like, complete the pages, I'm like, come on, squeeze in one more to get it to a nice round number. Hate a prime number. Yeah, I have a thing about odd numbers. Like, volume on the TV, got to be in an even number. Volume on anything has to be an even number. It bothers me if it's on an odd. So what does my mum do? Purposefully does it on an odd number. I like to fill my petrol up so it tries to get onto the exact pound number. And so there's been many a times where my petrol has been £32 and 1p, and that's the worst. But I'm okay at getting it bang on. You know, just like lightly squeezing it. Okay, I saw a video, Americans. When you fill up your car with petrol or gas, do you have to squeeze it? Do you hold it in and squeeze it? Because I saw a video of someone and they were like, I'm just pumping gas, and they just had it in the hole when they were stood there talking. They also had their phone there, which that is very much not allowed in the UK in petrol stations. I've accidentally been scrolling on my phone once and they shouted at me through the megaphone. All even numbers are okay, as are multiples of 5. Yes, I agree. Like, even numbers or a multiple of 5 are nice. No, we can set latch it. Oh. The gas thing was more annoying for me when I was still paying cash thing. Yeah. They took away the gas pump latches in my state. They're automatic. And they aren't supposed to have their phones out. There we go, fair enough. I was going to say, I don't understand how that's like very much a law in one country and not another. I had no idea that you could just put it in and leave it there. How does it even stay? Like, you've got to hold it in. Yeah, ours pumps until it's full. It will like click when it's full, but you can still, like, you know, squeeze a little bit more out. But you've got to, like, stand there at your car, hold the pump, squeeze it. Quite hard to squeeze as well. That's crazy how the other half of the world live. They just put the pump in and leave it alone. That's crazy to me. Yeah, when I saw that I was like, oh my gosh, I have to ask my stream that. When I next am live, I have to ask them that. We have to stand there in wind and 0-degree weather to squeeze the pump block. Yeah, literally. Sounds like a shampoo, pump and squeeze. They have ridges on them, and you put it in the hole so it rests between the ridges. Oh. The blue shine on that purple is so nice. Thank you. I'm looking at my camera on my laptop. It looks wrong. Like, it doesn't look like it matches. But it's because this looks so blue, and it's not blue. You're not supposed to be out of the view of the nozzle, so it's just to save the strain in your hand, which, fair enough. But, like, yeah, it's quite hard to, you know, push, but it's not that hard. Like, you're all adults here. Surprising what you learn in streams. Exactly. Well, it's surprising what you learn just scrolling short videos. And just seeing someone take a video of themselves filling up their petrol and not touching it. So with this page, I will let it dry overnight and then do the final finishing touches. I always like to re-outline the card with the black fine liner. I'll go over these swirly bits of the glitter gel pen. I'll do that tomorrow. Don't think we can latch the petrol nozzles here either. You can present a dollar amount and it will stop at that amount. Yeah, there's an option on the like control panel thingy to do a set amount. I've never even tried that because I just want a full tank. But yeah, you can set like, I want to pay this much money or these many litres. Ooh, shiny. This looks less opaque though. I think I must have had more water in it. Go ahead with another layer. I live in Oregon on the west coast and there are gas attendants here in most places. I've never put my own gas. That is, like, genuinely, that's insane to me. I thought that was an old thing that used to happen in America. I did not know that that still happened. It's starting to change though. More and more places are self-service. Like, how ridiculous that you don't fill up your own car. Like, what? So you don't even get out your car then, I suppose. You just sit in your car, let it do its thing. What a life to live. But then again, the amount of services in America that just shock me. Like, drive-through pharmacies, what? You can't even get a prescription on the weekend here. We have to go in and pay in advance to a set amount. Oh. Only in some states. There's at least one state in New England that doesn't like people pumping their own gas. Massachusetts, I think. Ah. Oh, the fireworks are really popping off now. At 10:45 PM. Right, purple's done. Put you away. Oh my Christ, they are going off. I'm literally scraping the last bits here. Fireworks are going crazy for you, Nikki. I feel like there's been a lot of fireworks around me this year compared to previous years. I don't remember it being this crazy. Well, we were getting random fireworks popping off late November, early December, like, ever since Bonfire, it's been a lot. There's been one single firework here. It's been almost every, like, 20 minutes since I started streaming. So fun and interesting to have these convos with so many people from all over the world. Things are so different. Oh, you can't even see what I'm doing there. Yeah, I agree, Dana. And something I find crazy is that America is a country, but the states in America are so different. Like, laws are different. Completely different laws crossing over the state border in the same country. That's crazy to me. I know it's big, but it's still a country. Oh, this I think is too watery at the moment. So we'll definitely need a second layer. Think of it like the EU. Well, yeah, but the EU are all separate countries. Like, the EU is not a country. Never has been. It's like, well, I think the most similar thing is how we have England, Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland in the UK. There might be slight different rules and laws, but overall laws are the same. Customs are the same in all of the countries. It's almost like each state is its own country, yeah. It was very quiet comparatively here last night. I still dosed Hamish, the dog. not not a child or a husband or partner. the dog. Dosed up the dog. No human was dosed. On his anxiety mode, so he wasn't too scared though, bless. Lexi's usually okay. She might have a bit of like a... but she won't freak out. She's pretty good. We have a system like that. Some laws are national, some are left to the states. But it's the fact that it can be so drastically different. Like, one thing's legal, you cross over the border 10 minutes and it's illegal there. And I know you have the same in other countries that border each other, but they're countries. You're part of the same country. The fact that, yeah, I mean, it's getting a bit too deep. Again, too deep for New Year's Eve. Husband has Southern Company, he was okay. That's good to hear. So he was dosed up a little bit. Just not on the meds. Australia has some different laws depending on which state you're in, but the major stuff is Australia-wide, yeah. It's like little things, it's fair enough, but these are major law differences between the states. Major. Really doesn't impact us that much. I don't think about laws being that different. Fair enough. Keep seeing this increasing sentiment online that England isn't a country. It's really annoying. What do you mean? What do they think it is? What else is it? A big Staffordshire Bull Terrier is terrified of fireworks, but my puppy isn't phased. Bless. What do you consider a major difference? Oh, things like abortion, gun control, alcohol, related things. Even things like how jail time, prison sentences, death row, like those are pretty major. I hate when people refer to Scotland as being like England. It's like a country all on its own. Yeah, something I find interesting is when people ask where I'm from, I'd almost always say I'm from the UK. I very rarely say I'm from England. But if you're from Scotland, you tend to say you're from Scotland. And if you're from Wales, you tend to say you're from Wales. Actually, no, I'd say it's less so with Wales, more so with Scotland. But, yeah, they are their own. It's a united kingdom, like the United States. They say England isn't a country, but the UK is. Apparently it's something to do with UN sovereign status. Having Americans tell me England isn't a country really grates on me. Yeah, it's like, you're not even from here. You don't even, like... It would be like us saying, "Oh, Alabama, that's not a state. It's just a place in it's not a real state." Like that's kind of the equivalent. It's like, what are you to know? Right, I'm gonna rotate this round. There is at least one illicit substance that's now legal in some states. Yes, very true, Millie. Very true. I forgot about that. That's crazy to me. A drug's legal somewhere, not like that's crazy. I say I'm British rather than English. I get that Scotland doesn't want to associate with us, but I want to associate with them. I agree, yes, I would say I'm British. I wouldn't say I'm English. Like, I think there's just been so many issues with England over the years. Like, I'm proud of being British. I'm not necessarily proud of being English, even though it is essentially the same thing. It's kind of weird. Love the monochromatic vibe, thank you. It's like saying America and Canada are the same country. Yeah, it is actually. That's because we just got annoyed by the English media. For example, Andy Murray winning Wimbledon, they'll say he's British, but when he loses he's Scottish. That's just funny though. That was stupid, yeah. It's like, yes, a British man wins. Oh, Scottish man. I mean, Andy Murray's so Scottish, though. Oh, that would be funny for things like the Commonwealth Games, how he would be not classed as part of... Like, that's the only time where the countries of England are really separated out in the Commonwealth Games. It's technically illegal everywhere. It's not federally legal, which means it's illegal everywhere. Oh. I would be okay with Alabama not being a state. I don't know why Alabama popped into my head, but it did. Something just random. I feel like insisting you are English instead of British is associated with painting red crosses on roundabouts, which people did. Honest question, if England is a country, what is the UK? UK is a country. Yeah, the UK is like, right, it is hard to explain, because England, Ireland, Scotland, Wales, no, not Ireland, England, Northern Ireland, Scotland and Wales. So just the top part of Ireland is part of the UK. I think a lot of confusion lies. It's the fact that there's so many different names of you've got the UK, you've got Great Britain, you've got the British Isles. The British Isles are in the UK and Ireland. It's that whole section. And it's like Great Britain is just the bit that's together. It is confusing. But it's like saying, there's nothing really like it though, is there? Like, the UK is so weird. The fact that it is genuinely 4 countries but combined into one. Like, all the laws are the same throughout the countries, but they are their own individual country. They are separate. UK equals England, Wales, Scotland and Northern Ireland united under one ruler. Yeah. The Prime Minister is the ruler, with the monarchy ruling over that. The only thing that would make me vote for Scottish independence is if Farage became PM. I wouldn't blame you for that, honestly. I wouldn't blame you. We did steal the top part of Ireland, honestly. We let fireworks on Neighbour. That's the reason I left you guys for a moment. No problem, Trinu. Oh, this is very, very wet. I've not applied this very well tonight. I think I will probably do the second coat tomorrow once it's all fully dried, because it's just going crazy. That's why Americans don't consider England a country. Just believe us. But it's like, if you don't consider it a country, what would you consider it as? Like, that's another genuine. What would you consider England, Scotland and Wales as? If you don't consider them a country, what are they? That's a genuine question. Yeah, when we had the, or when you had the Scottish referendum, what was it, 10 years back? Quite a few years back. I would have been so sad. Like, the whole idea that, I understand why, but I think it's so sad, the idea that they want to leave the UK. It would be so random then. It would just be England, Wales and a little bit of Northern Ireland. It's so weird. Who's better to know their own country than the residents of said country? 2014, yeah. You campaigned against leaving or against remaining? Which against? I wasn't of voting age at that point. If it helps, England, Wales, Scotland and Ireland used to be separate and very much not united. Just because we became friends doesn't mean we gave up our statuses as countries. There you go, Amy, that's a good way of putting it. Each country in the UK has its own national identity too. I kind of understand why that is. Think of the United Kingdom meaning you are stronger as a whole rather than individual countries. I agree, Jackie. Yeah. Campaigned against leaving. Ah, okay, that's nice, Angie. It's funny, after Brexit, doing my statistics modules at university with psychology, my lecturer for it was like, if we look at the statistics, if we put it through these tests, it's a non-significant result. So a non-significant result is like The study doesn't count. The study is mute. You found nothing from your study. Because of the such narrow margins, it would have been a non-significant result. The vote shouldn't have come to anything. I personally think there should have been a second vote, because the amount of money... Oh, that's a whole nother topic. Brexit. I don't think people quite understood how expensive and how financially bad it would be for the UK to leave the EU. You didn't know until it was way too late, and I think if a lot of people knew how it would turn out, they would not have voted for it. Mostly I hear Eurovision if they're talking about United Kingdom 12 points. No, Trinu, I think most of the time you hear about the UK with Eurovision, it's nil points. Because they don't do well. Apart from Sam Ryder 2 years back, who was amazing. Though I would never say that to a person from England, so Americans who argue with you are stupid. Literally, yeah. I think... You could think in your brain, like, how is England a like, you could think that's confusing, but to tell someone from England you're not a country, like, shut up, I think is what I think that about a lot of things. Like, think it in your head, like, no problem, but don't say it to people. Like, what are you gaining from that? You voted for breakfast? You voted for Brexit. I've never regretted a vote I've cast, literally. Wow. That's fair enough. I mean, yeah, it's your choice. It's true, the States, we were originally colonies with all separate charters and not united at all. Yeah, it probably is the most similar to the States of the US, but they're their own countries, just united together. And how were the founders going to approve a constitution that didn't give states some individual powers? That made me laugh, just nil points. I mean, it's not wrong. It's not wrong. They tell the wrong person from England they aren't the country, they'd end up in hospital. Good ground. I mean, yeah, you get some... I mean, wouldn't bother me. But I'll just be like, well, you're wrong. Australia had a very expensive referendum to break away from English rule and it failed. So we are technically tied to the monarchy ruling us, but it doesn't really have an impact on us. Confusing. Yeah. A lot of these countries in the Commonwealth that, like Australia, like Canada, because in Australia, do your banknotes have the, I suppose not the Queen's head, the King's head on it? Because I know in Canada they do. There's quite, like, I don't understand. Like, countries should be their own country. The UK shouldn't own them or rule over. No. I think the Commonwealth, the fact that, like, yes, we used to be together, but now you're your own thing because we realise empires don't really need to happen. But yeah, like, they don't control over. They'll just have the royals popping over for a visit and being like, hello, my subjects. They do that here. Right. This has dried a bit more now. Hi everyone, I had a pretty bad since December. Ate a frozen enchilada. And for your lunch, you're working part-time at the service clerk. Oh, and you weren't very well. Lastly, United Kingdom doesn't do very well. No, they don't. Because all the countries hate us. I'm all for giving Northern Ireland back to Ireland. I agree. Let Ireland be Ireland. I think there's more of a sense of unity between England, Scotland and Wales than Northern Ireland. It's weird that when Ireland gained their independence, They didn't gain it all. Like, I mean, I don't understand fully anything to do with that. But yeah, I'm sure you ask any person in Northern Ireland where they're from, they would say they're Irish, not British, ever. Whereas I think Scottish people, they'd mainly say they're Scottish, but you'd also be like, yeah, I'm also British. I am just generalising, and I don't actually know, but for Irish people, I don't think any of them would say that they're British. Very cultural, yes. Our money has Charles on it now. Although we are part of the Commonwealth, the monarchy has no real authority. It's an honorary role. Well, honestly, just like the UK, they have no role. They're just there. It's just vibes. People are very for or against the monarchy. I'm very ambivalent. Like, yeah, let them be a figurehead, whatever. It's quite nice. It's different. It's unique now in the world. History is fascinating, it is. Oh, sorry to hear, Brittany, you haven't been feeling very well. Hiya, John, welcome in. Great film to watch is The Land That Shakes the Barley. It's all about Ireland being invaded. Ooh. So yeah, I really do not know much about the whole Irish war, independence, nothing like that. My father was born and raised in Dublin. You can imagine the discussions when I was a kid. My ex-husband was Welsh and my dad refused to meet him. Oh no! All the cloak and dagger stuff that happened, which led to how things are today, is fascinating, I think. Yeah. Something a bit more random. This is the difference between the north and south of England. And someone did an experiment where they walked around the north and walked around the south and said hello or good morning to people. And in the north, everyone said good morning back. And in the south, no one did. They just ignored them. And I think that's so false, because where I live, honestly, I don't like speaking to rando strangers, but I will. You know, I'm polite. But if they don't make eye contact with me, I won't make eye contact with them, and I'll move on with my life. But if people say hi, I will always say hi back. If I say hi, they will say hi. Like, it's just being a human. It's not being from the north or south. I was like, I don't trust this. I don't trust this video. I suppose it depends where in the south you went. Like, I'm from the south, but I'm not from posh south. Ooh, this paper's so wrinkly. Outlander is an interesting series of books. Oh yeah, and the TV show as well. You should definitely learn more about the Troubles in school. Yeah, you learn a little bit about like the British Empire and how great and big it was, and then how it slowly collapsed. Because yeah, countries shouldn't pop over to other countries and go, I own you. You just shouldn't do that. In Bristol, most people say hi back. Yeah, and I live not too far from Bristol. I mean, southwest area. That's me. Wiltshire. Yeah, so I have no idea where this person went in the south that no one said hi. I bet they didn't even, like, say it loudly. Or say it at all. Or make eye... Like, there's something going on there. think sometimes as humans overthink things too much. Yeah, just a little bit. Glasgow, most people will smile, nod or say hi, yeah. I mean, Christmas Day, it was like, oh, Merry Christmas, hi, yeah. Like, as a carer, I'm bumping into people quite a lot, it's sort of like in buildings of flats, and so I was like, hi, morning. Right, I think I am done with that. And less to do with geography and more to do with what flavour of people. Dog walkers, for instance, very friendly. I suppose that's true. And I suppose if you're around people who live in flats, they are friendly to each other. They'll say hi, they'll say morning. They bump into someone around, even if they don't know them, like me, the carer. They'll still say hi. You started and finished a page in this live. Well done, Michelle. Right, I'm just going to pop on the stickles now. Try and not get my hand in anything. The trouble is, I'm really loving stickles. I really don't want to use them in double-sided books where I have to colour on the other side, which limits my usability of it, because it does leave quite the texture. I hate colouring on textures. How's Lexi going? Lexi is going well. She is very much enjoying her snuggle. Been very purry recently. The other day she was sat... was it 2 days ago? She was sat on my lap. And genuinely, she was purring, like... for an hour. I'm not exaggerating. It was so long. She would not stop. Sent a voice note to my mum at work, and I was like, listen what I got to deal with. I was like, Mum, she's purring. She won't stop. I mean, it is cute, but annoying. Ooh, what page did Michelle do? Very simple page, but still dance, but still, yeah, but still. Yeah, started and finished one. It's good. Hoping to get your sign up for right page finished tomorrow or Friday, and then can start one of my 2 buddy colours. Nice. I live in quite a small town, so we say hi to everyone, because even if we don't know the person, we probably know someone in their family, lol. Yeah, I understand that. Coloured 1 piece of metal this evening, too busy chatting. That's the trouble. That's the trouble. 45 minutes? Yes, don't worry. I'm doing the stickles and then I'm done. And I was just thinking to myself, what do I do in the meantime? And I think I will just do a bit of planner setup. Maybe take it downstairs. Is that all? Oh no, there's a spot down here. I didn't outline it. Speaking of dogs, I need to take Hamish before it gets too hot. Nice chatting with you all. Lovely to hang out with you, Jackie. You take care. Enjoy your new year. Does Lexi like winter, or she's oh, she hates the cold. Hates it. She barely goes outside in the winter. It's not for very long, because she's a warm, cosy girl. She likes sitting in front of the fire. She likes sitting on radiators. She's telling you she loves you. Yeah. She likes to be cosy. Time to go over to my parents to get the raisins counted and ready for the time for Fabulous 2026. You too, Anna. Thank you so much. And thanks for joining me tonight. Are you sensitive to sounds? Sometimes, honestly. Sometimes I am. But, oh yeah, she just wouldn't stop purring. It was just funny. Like, usually she purrs for a bit and then she'll settle down, but she just kept going. You have a new fairy tale book and I can't identify some of the tales. Oh, which one, Kimberlyn? I could help you. If you send me some pics, I can try and help you. Time to start drinking. I've already had my drink. It's literally only been like one mini bottle of rosé's worth, but still. But there we go. I am finished with this page. We've got lots of shinies on it. The gold doesn't look the best. I had it too watery, but so it means it's bled through a crazy amount, but it's fine. It's fine. Julia Spirries. Oh. Yeah, send me some pics of the ones you don't know and I'll try and help you. But yeah, I am going to sign off, guys. Where's my journal? I want to do some more setting up. Yes. Do I have the Victorian Fantasy Collection? Amy, that is a book that I see on people's channels and I'm like, do I like it? Do I not? Do I like it? And I see pages and I'm like, I love it. And I see other pages and I'm like, I wouldn't colour that. Because there's some quite like steampunky looking ones there. There's a guide in the back. Hey, I was gonna test my knowledge there, Kimberlyn. You ruined my quiz. Yeah, Amy, I keep seeing that book. And I'm like, ooh, I do like some of the pages, but I just don't think I like enough to get it myself. Right. Yeah. I did all my goals. And now I can update this. What number is this? Number 10. Because it's one more than what it is, because the first one's 0. Oh, and I can update Lost and Found because I coloured one in there as well. Number 10. Where's my pen? There it is. If you hurry, you can knock out another page. I mean, I could, but I don't want to. It would have to be like a super simple page, like, I don't know, a grayscale something or other. Yeah, I think that means I've done 33 now. So I put 34 there originally, kind of wishful thinking, and then I was like, I shouldn't do that. 10, 20, 30, yeah, 33 out of 81. Because I realised I wasn't counting the title pages, and there's 3 in here. When is next time? When are you back live? Next week. I'm not going to do a stream this Friday. I need some just chill days. I've had some busy, last week was busy. Been busy early this week, so I just want some chill days to just colour myself. Not myself, but colour by myself. So yeah, no stream on Friday, but next Friday for sure. Potentially Wednesday. We will see. We will see. Not streaming on Friday works for you. That's okay then. Have you ever heard of Scarlet Sails? I have not, actually. Your cat is currently chasing her own tail. Lexi keeps doing that at the moment. It's when she's had a sniff of catnip, she'll start chasing her tail, and you know she's been at the catnip when she starts chasing her tail. Do you know if Steve is back on Monday? I haven't heard anything yet. I'm not sure. I don't know. Oh, it's your brother's 30th on Friday. Lovely, Angie. Well, I hope you guys all have a very happy New Year. Enjoy your New Year's Eve. Don't go too crazy. And I will see you all in the next one, which will be next week. Bye, everybody.